Back live and broadcasting on the PS5 now. I took yesterday off for a little bit. This probably won't be like a full broadcast, but I want to, get on for a little bit at least.
This ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
Right now I'm just playing some of the preseason games that were in the NFL today stuff. Nothing specific. Yo, what's going on, Dutch? How you doing today?
That's on the guard, Wyatt Teller.
I've got normal way set. Go quarters here.
He'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Back to throw, Watson. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And on the right sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman.
I don't know. Finding a used PS5 in stores, I think, is going to be extremely difficult. You can always check their website. I feel like that will be like the best bet. Check to see if there's one in a location near you. After you check the website and you go to it for your specific location, that's what I would do.
Able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play. And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decided.
You already know everybody's looking for used PS5s. If they can get one. GameStop.com. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Big hands. What's going on, bro? How you doing?
Season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence.
For everyone who expected the highly touted Trevor Lawrence to champion the Jaguars to instant success last season, well, they got a little bit of.
Also, thank you guys for getting me to. Everything for us. What's going on, man?
Leadership role within the locker room and among the team. He also flashed some of his considerable potential on the
Thanks
field.
for joining the chat, popping in here. I want to thank you guys for getting me to 900 subscribers. I appreciate it so much. Definitely enjoy talking with you guys. It was good to it's good to get there for sure. Shout out to EPW for sure. Anyone who's into wrestling, definitely go check out Everything Pro Wrestling's channel. Literally talks everything pro wrestling, hence the name. Oh, Trevor Lawrence.
Returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Let's see. But they're going weak side. Oh man, this is a touchdown. I didn't expect that.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that
what's going on, Alex? How you doing today?
They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Oh no, yeah, I knew you were talking about for the PS4 for sure.
So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. From the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So time to see Jacksonville get on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
Let's see what we got in there.
It's a lot different than the last time they were on the field. Remember, they threw
I wonder if
the
they're
interception, gave up the touchdown, and now
how similar their offense is to last year. We had a lot of RPO and quick stuff in here, from what I remember. Quick stuff, Yeah, this is. Oh, this is what's the name's playbook, which makes sense. This is Philadelphia's playbook from in years past.
Now ETN to start the drive, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Literally, wish I had an answer for you. No idea. I don't like. I understand why they switched the body types, but I don't know how they made them that big, and then you know, and then people were like, okay, yeah, we're good money for this. You would have thought that at some point somebody would have you know, looked at that and said like, okay, yeah, this isn't right.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and now 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with ETN.
So ETN's way to get there.
But not before picking up the first. They get 6.
Let's see what the game plan is. Like this, oh, blitz counter. Okay. So you have to get rid of the ball quick with this blitz counter stuff. I didn't get a chance to pick that stuff this game. Oh, there we go.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, if enough people, you know, talk about it, hopefully they tone him back a little bit.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
It's weird because I don't know the rhyme or reason to why they're that size either. It has nothing to do with like the actual weight of the players. Because there's definitely players who are bigger than those guys with the big body types, but they don't have that body type size. So.
And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory.
Yeah, I was just talking about that. But the weird thing is, it's not all the running backs. So I don't know why they're built like that, or like I don't know. Yeah, I'm no clue. And I don't know what's the rhyme or reason behind it either. Like I was saying, hopefully, like in the first patch or in an early patch, they can like tune that. But I would assume that they have to know that it's a problem. The problem with them being so big is that their heads don't match their bodies don't match their head types. So they have these big heads with little bodies. I mean, they have these little heads with big bodies. Sorry, I said that wrong.
With the handoff to Robinson, and he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1 yard loss.
Might have to take kind of want to take a shot to the end zone since this is going to be the first teamer's last play right here.
On 2nd and 11 now.
But we'll go with the screen. Set this up.
Here's ETN, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Every time, like I see their body types, they make me think of Buzz Lightyear without the helmet, or with the helmet actually. But all right, I've been a little reluctant to do this because I'm really not that good at it. But I'm gonna try with the new passing system. I've been on and off with it for sure. Let's see what we got here. It looks like this can be cover 1 or something like that. It's really the deep passes. I can't get the deep passes down at all. But the short ones are okay.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. He's got the first down and more. And he gets it all the way down inside.
Appreciate that, everything for wrestling. It's a couple of things I gotta tweet to EA about, but I know that's one of the things. Like I'm pretty sure they know about the stuff in franchise mode, and just about the aesthetic stuff coming into the PS4, like the celebrations and the equipment stuff like that. And the new jerseys, I'm not surprised those aren't in yet, but those are gonna get in. Like I said with EA, anything aesthetic like that, that's gonna keep the game fresh. They're gonna put that stuff into the game. I don't know if every team's revealed their jerseys yet. 'Cause I think I was watching. I think Eric Weirweather put a video up about it, and I think that might be one of the reasons why. I think they need the okay first before they can add that stuff into the game. Okay from the NFL. Those are two bad plays, actually. What are we looking at? This might be man. This might be either cover 2-man or 2-man, or just cover 2.
Back to throw Beathard.
Got him. I can't say, like, once you get it down, the new passing system, I do like it. Like, I definitely want to put this ball here specifically. Like, I want to put it on the receiver instead of like putting it out ahead to where he probably wouldn't be able to get there. But I don't know about this quarterback and his accuracy, so I wanted to make sure I put it on him so he can just catch it, get right into the end zone, easy. That way, put it on him. He's not going to be able to make a play on it. He's too far to make a play on it. So it takes a little bit of time, but you could definitely get it rocking with the new passing system.
Extra point up and good for Santoso. We are tied at 7.
I think the difference with it being off versus on is just the actual locations of the balls. Like, they'll still like put them. They'll still put it like where you want them to put it, but it's not going to be where you might have intended them to put it. Like on that pass, you might have just threw it way behind them, like near the defender, versus like putting it on them, like how I did there.
Every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone.
What's going on, viewers? Welcome to the stream.
And it's rare for those moments to happen.
Appreciate you guys for stopping by.
They do, and you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Uh-oh. We definitely want to cut him down quick. He's super fast, number 10.
Able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Go gun bunch here. Got some bunch. We're gonna go cover 6.
Usually after about 3 to 4 steps, it cuts towards the middle of the field.
Yeah.
And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice time.
Do a short holding. So it's gonna come back. Roughing the passer.
So the call.
I wonder if I can check that stuff in here. Let me see. I might not be able to. Actually, you can't. That's not. Well, it might be because of his traits. A lot of this stuff I didn't realize like had a effect on the play, like the traits of the player. So he might have like an undisciplined trait. Let me see like what happened here. Is this actually a? Yeah, that was way late. He definitely didn't need to do that. That was probably like because of it. He might have like an undisciplined trait for him to do something like that. So that's why if you guys play franchise or in your franchise mode, if you see like dumb penalties like that, definitely look at the traits of that player, because that's probably the reason why he like did that. Uh-oh.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Play action. Watch running back. Wow, what happened there?
And that's going to be caught from Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, 33 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to.
He like literally just got burnt.
It is exciting, isn't it?
The only thing I can think of is, yeah, was that an outside run? Like, what happened here? Maybe they did consider that as an outside run. Oh, and the safety. Come on, what are you doing? That's what happened. That's what actually happened. The safety got in the way.
We need to get some rest sometime.
York now for the extra point.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
14-7 ball game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. No return here for Claybrook, and it'll come.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's gonna be any used PS5s anytime soon. Yeah, you probably have to, at least for a while, get them new still. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. But yeah, for the PS5s, you probably still have to wait for sure. At least some time before they come out. Before they come out used.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
This looks like it's man. Spread them out. Let's see if we can get up to the 2nd level.
Up the middle they go. Cottrell.
Probably missed that. Probably could have hit the 2nd hole. The one that was more out in front. Let's see what we have here underneath.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
It's definitely a zone. This might be cover 2. I'm thinking. No, this is cover 6. So we should like this pass here is like one I have trouble with. Like, so what I'm gonna try to do is throw him to the sideline, but I don't know if it's gonna work. Every other time I try to do this, it's throwing it right to the safety.
Here's Beathard to throw.
Like, I'd rather throw that more to the sideline than what he did.
Give him 29 yards.
So I have to like go and see why it doesn't throw all the way to the sideline. Like, he throws it outside a little bit, but it's still like, it's still not where I wanted to place that. Like, I want that to go more outside to the sideline.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the
So literally that pass right there was like the one of the main reasons why I haven't used this passing system. Let's see what we got here. Look like we got man, maybe cover 4. So we're gonna put out running back on a route. Oh no, cover 3. For accuracy, that's my fault. That was the right read, but he didn't throw it the way I wanted him to throw it. That was definitely cover 3, but he just didn't throw it right. But and then I can't even see the whole play. See, he's open too. So I wanted to hit the seam, but I got the poor accuracy. Oh, here we go. They're about to go on a. Either gonna run the ball. Oh no, they go screen. Can we jump on it? Oh, Josh Allen. Other Josh Allen. We gotta get there. So let's wrong button again. Let's do this. I gotta remember to put my match coverage on. Let's see what we got here. Took that away. Took that away. Go get him. Let's go. Let's go. Nah, this is my. Yeah, I've never seen you before. Welcome to the stream, buddy. First time in here. I see you've been playing with the Panthers. In your franchise mode. So do you plan on so hopefully when the we get like an update, so if there is an update and you have to restart your franchise for them to fix the free agency and stuff, are you gonna restart it, or are you just gonna like let it rock and wait till your next franchise?
This is taken at about the 14. And he's out right at the 25.
And guys in here, if you're not subscribed to Sports Network. Go check him out. He also makes Madden content. He does Madden franchise stuff.
That's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they did even less on the ground as they've struggled to get the run game going.
Trying to think, what would they come out? They might come out and try to run the ball.
Are likely done. These coaching staffs getting ready to evaluate
What do we
the
want to
youngsters
do?
in the second half and to call the remainder of this preseason
Oh
opener.
yeah, I'm
we go
trying
back to Brandon
we'll
Gaudin.
stick with the blitz counter. Then we'll go with the inside run. I feel like whatever I choose, the computer just ends up doing the opposite. So I wouldn't be surprised if Beathard just comes out throwing like crazy. Let's see. I just want to check out some of these players. ETNs. Snoop. Let's check out this guy. See who some other skilled players are. Zay. Give the rookie some time. This isn't my official franchise too, guys, just so you know. I'm just playing games in the play now, like the games that pop up. But I still trying to look at the rosters for sure.
Always, this one's still anyone's game as we welcome you
Yeah,
back
for sure.
to quarter number 3.
To me, I think both Maddens have been pretty solid. From what I've seen, a lot of people online or just from what I've been seeing and reading, a lot of people don't like the blitzing online, which is definitely, it's something to get used to. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't gotten used to it yet, and for that reason I've lost a lot of games online. So I've never, like, the games that I've lost, I've never felt like, alright, this is cheese, or there's definitely a way to pick up a lot of those blitzes. You just have to see where they're coming from and make sure you ID the mic right. But the blitzes are, a lot of them are real, they're like real vanilla blitzes. You just have to figure out where your hot read is and who you're going to throw to quick, because there's usually somebody open.
Here's Luton to throw.
Not like that.
Williams picks it off, and he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
I should have probably paid attention a little bit more on that throw.
Suddenly it's
So,
first and goal.
yeah, I shouldn't have thrown that. So a lot of the times,
Changing the situation here.
I was saying this in the stream I was in earlier,
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he is
I don't always like look and see what's going on the offense. So if I probably would have looked and saw that, I would have probably saw I shouldn't have thrown that.
and the Browns
Like I literally threw it right to him.
add on to their lead. Extra
And
point by York.
that definitely goes against my my game plan. So I'm not surprised he jumped that, because it was a short pass.
Tiny little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position. And
Like that's why I'm kind of like indifferent about the game planning stuff.
the end zone.
Like it's okay. I don't know. Like I get what they're trying to do, but
Special teams to limit him to inside the 15
it's all right.
as he's dropped it to 14. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They are looking
Let's
to make
see
a
what
bit
we
of a
have
run,
here.
and they are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
And what I'm starting to realize with the rollout stuff, I've been doubling the end here. Single high. This makes me think that this is man one.
Not necessarily what you look at your plays. Oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And Parker, they're locked in man coverage.
See what we got here. Bam, bam. Cover 3.
They did a little bit more than a slant. They just gotta
So
angle
let's
themselves
cover 3.
towards the
Let's
right
go
side.
4 verts. Let's see if we can hit it this time. I threw a pick on this pass last time.
To throw is Luton. He's got a man complete. And he's
It's like when I like really sit and like think about what they're doing. Oh, that was seam. That's weird that this was seam. What? I wonder if they don't have it to where they're matching, because since he ran a vertical, he's supposed to carry him. Like, he carried him longer than if it was sky or if it was cover 3 hard flat, but he's supposed to carry him all the way. Like, that's supposed to turn into man coverage. The same thing on this side. They kind of comboed this, so this one wasn't as bad. At least he helped him here to where I wouldn't have thrown that, but it looks like he's a more athletic player anyway, possibly, than the linebacker. That would have been tough for him to do. Maybe if I probably should have lowballed this. I kind of almost got him killed. Like, a better safety would have probably reacted to that faster. But yeah, I played a lot of the old gen on the PS3, and it's definitely been solid for sure. Like I said, it's for all the complaining and the flack that Madden gets. I feel like it's gonna be a good Madden season, as long as they like don't do too much touching of the game. I know, like, since a lot of people are complaining about certain stuff. Like, definitely certain stuff does have to be touched, but at the same time, Madden also has to, like, allow the user to, you know, adjust to whatever it is that they'd have to adjust to. Like, they just can't make changes just because people are complaining about, you know, something that they have control over. Like the blitzing stuff, you just have to you have to go into practice mode and like figure it out, kind of. I haven't done that, so that's why I don't really have anything to complain about with my losses that I've taken online. So, but once I started to really like look and see like what they're doing, I had success with it against it. So, good catch. I didn't really want to throw that. He was kind of double covered. But I feel like it's like that with all games, and it's gonna always be like that. People are always gonna complain when things are new, and it's in the way that they want to play isn't working for them, which is super annoying. But you know, I hope that EA got the message this year, really not to touch the game too much.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Okay, we're gonna go. Let's try drive. Oh, we got the 23. We might be able to throw that Texas route, but which I kind of wanted to do. They're playing a lot of zone. I wanted to throw that Texas route, but I think those. Actually, I could have looking at it now. Get him on field. Good catch, Zay. Remember, Zay Jones used to play here in Buffalo. When they originally got rid of him, I was kind of indifferent about it, but you know, I think I'm okay with it now. I thought that he was gonna develop into a better receiver than what he has. He's still young, but you know, he's been on a few teams, so hopefully he can find his way in Jacksonville here.
He'll try and run forward with Connor, and he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
And yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but third and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Trying to get this screen going. I don't know if he's oh, actually, no, the run should be here. This should be an easy run right here.
Right back to Connor here on first.
There we go.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Decided to hand it off that time on the run pass option.
This one, we're gonna probably try to get it out to him. This is another. I've been having issues with throwing the screen. Like they've been throwing it kind of like an outside screen instead of like a bubble screen out in front, like that. I'm not trying to get him to throw it like that.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Maybe I have to wait for him to like keep going, but I just want him to throw it out in front. I don't want to put it on him like it's an outside screen, because the play is literally wide open. It should have been a walk-in touchdown. It's just where he located the ball, where the location of the pass.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people.
Oops, didn't want to run that. I just called the wrong play. Let's see if we got anything in here that I would like to run. This man? Looks like we might got some man here.
This crowd would have liked neutral, don't you? Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
Yes, it is. I'm fine with that. I didn't really, I didn't like that play, and I didn't want to call a timeout. Maybe I should have. Yeah, these quarters are too short to go to not go for it. So let's see what we're gonna do here. Let's go with the vertical dig. Bring him on a comeback. Have him drop in with the in. Another in. Deeper in. Like that.
They just do get the playoff as he'll
probably had that in the end zone. Let me see. I probably wasn't. Yeah, I definitely had him here. Probably should have went through my progressions instead of trying to check it down. I thought he was going to be able to get to the first down marker though. It's all good.
The Browns drive about to get started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score
They're
here,
still
especially
throwing.
a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you
I like the PS5 version. I really like it actually. I think they did a good job this year with the PS5 version. I just really haven't played it a lot though, with playing the PS4 version so much. But yeah, the PS5 version is cool. I was able to get a good amount of online games in, which I'm definitely not that good online, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, PS5 version is really good though. I know I'm gonna enjoy the game a lot this year. Just as long as they don't do too much tweaking to the game, the gameplay and stuff. Uh-oh, come on.
Plenty of time left for being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Just a yard of the pickup there.
Yeah, for Madden, it's just one of those games where, like you're gonna like the game a lot, or you're gonna hate the game pretty much. That's pretty much what I've gotten from being in the Madden community. It's so far. You're gonna have the people who play the game, enjoy it. You're gonna have your people who play for money, who they really don't care what the game plays like because they're playing for money, and you're gonna have the people who complain about it, like how they do every single year, because that's the way that they make their money. So, you know, either way, the Madden is Madden. But this year is actually one of the Maddens I could say that I would really enjoy. I'm gonna really enjoy this year. So.
We've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important, and now you're seeing guys with their hands on the hips.
It's just certain things about the next gen version that I'm gonna have to get used to. Like there, I probably should have went for not the interception, like whether play the receiver or swat the ball down. It's just that's probably like the biggest adjustment.
The tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line.
Let's see what we got here. Stack.
Methodical drive continues.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth
3.
quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure.
So press him, back him up a little bit.
Keep throwing the football.
Bring you into the play.
Make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
There we go.
gain of 3, second down. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football, get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Handoff up the middle, Hunt.
Oh my goodness.
A few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And a favorite NFL player? Yeah, I don't know if I have a favorite NFL player, especially not in the new era. I've players that I like, but I don't know if I have a favorite guy.
These scenarios to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations.
But if we're talking about a few of the players who I like from this era, Alvin Kamara, he's one of the players that I like. You know, always got to go Josh Allen, obviously, because, you know, being from Buffalo. I like Christian McCaffrey. He's another player. When he's healthy, I feel like he's one of the best running backs in the league. We've got to go Devontae Adams, one of the best receivers in the league, if not the best.
Pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Well, they could just run this clock.
When he was on his game, Cam Newton, another player who I enjoyed to watch, and I liked him.
And that will extend their lead even further. Well, no field goal attempts for him until
Derrick Henry.
but no hesitation.
I know mostly naming running backs, but yeah, Derrick Henry is another player I like.
And give him a lot of credit too, because he stood there the entire
I like to watch, except for when he's running against the Bills, of course.
And he knocked it through the posts.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And certainly this
Jalen Ramsey. Look, I'm just trying to look at some of these teams on the bottom. I just like the confidence he has. Even though I know a lot of people don't like him, how much he talks and stuff, but he has a ton of confidence. I like that a lot.
It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. One final shot. They'll look to throw.
All right, so we'll get this accuracy stuff down. Lamar Jackson, yeah, he's another player too. I just hope they give that man his money, though. It's like they've been like, I know why they're trying to wait, but no, we're just going back to the main menu. With him, like, with the risk of him like getting injured and stuff, but they have to pay Lamar Jackson for sure. Let's see who we're gonna run with this game. So right now I'm just running these games here until so I don't really plan on being on that much right now. So I just was trying to just, you know, get on for a little bit, play a couple games, and hop off and get back on a little bit later. Trying to see what's in some of these playbooks too. The offensive ones. The defensive playbooks usually don't differ that much from team to team. You know, if a team runs a 4-3, they run a 4-3. Usually, like, the nickel sets and stuff are a little bit different, but you know. Yeah. that would be a stretch. They're not gonna he's not gonna leave. They'll overpay Lamar Jackson, I think, before he ever leaves there. Like, especially now, finding a quarterback is so difficult. Like, nah.
But of course, losing in the divisional round, not the way he wanted to go out in his final game. For TB12, is Lombardi trophies or rest?
First play, first pass for Brady.
This will be my first time playing against computer Tom Brady, which I already know is about to be.
Good pickup of 8.
Should be pretty interesting.
Pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good.
Oh, play
Once
action.
that's completed, then you just keep moving from
This
there.
guy's wide open. This guy was that.
And he goes out right
Hopes that wasn't my guy.
Brady to his
I don't think it was. I usually get the guy with the backfield with whoever I'm playing on. That might have been my guy though. Hopefully not though.
He was on that play.
And they lost him going to the outside.
Screen?
Hard to believe
Oh no.
because you go through your accounting on each
I don't know why I thought that was a screen.
snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in.
Oh, because the way he stepped up.
Coverage.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation.
What about you guys, chat? Who are some of your guys' favorite players? I know Divine said Lamar Jackson, but does anyone else have any favorite players in here? Whether all-time or anybody who's playing now? All-time players, Michael Vick, Barry Sanders, some of my favorite. Even though he wasn't like a super all-star player, Reggie Bush. Always enjoyed watching him run. Charles Woodson, another player who I really liked a lot when he played. Tim Brown, one of my favorite receivers.
They're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Brady's throw there, incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there.
Yeah, for sure.
The defense had other ideas.
A lot of the NFL coordinators are adjusting their game plan still. Who they're drafting. They're not really looking for that prototypical quarterback. Like if you can throw the ball well and you have a threat of running the ball, you know, that's the ideal situation. Like Mahomes, actually, Justin Herbert. A lot of the quarterbacks now. I shouldn't have went with the zero blitz there. That was a bad idea. But a lot of the quarterbacks now have at least a threat to run the ball. You don't just have the guys who are just going to sit back there and, you know, carve the defense up like a Tom Brady type.
And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception, taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Yeah, prime Ricky Williams. Yeah, he was a dog for sure.
Gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
Now the real question is, are you talking Saints Ricky Williams or Dolphins Ricky Williams? Because he ran well both of those places.
Numbers, they weren't terrific. Only 2,600 yards and 16 touchdowns.
Or both. I guess you could be talking about both Ricky Williams, to be honest.
Fractured ribs early in the
But
season.
yeah, Ricky Williams was a dog when he played for sure.
And don't forget, when he did come back, he led Miami to 6 straight wins, which kept them in the playoff race.
All right, this is my shot.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away.
Oh, Tyreek. Didn't expect you to catch it, but you did. Dolphins, yeah. We're going to decline this.
They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years, our team seeing that penalty.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill is still super fast in Madden. Obviously.
They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I would suggest, you know, tuning some sliders if you haven't already, or restricting yourself in some ways in the gameplay. Those are the only two. I mean, not the only 2 ways, but those are 2 ways that I would suggest if you're dominating in Madden.
That would be good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match.
Like for me, usually, like I don't do anything with the play art unless it's with the actual level for the routes and stuff like that. But other than that, I usually try to run the play as is.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Touchdown.
That's kind of like my restriction when I play against a computer. But if the computer is like challenging enough, I would definitely take the gloves off. Or another restriction is allowing the computer to play. Like I'll just play on one player on defense, and then allowing my game plan to play with the rest of the players.
Yeah, you did. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7.
Yeah, if anyone Dolphins franchise or has them in an online league, yeah, this is going to be one of those teams that you can definitely have some problems with. It's got so much speed on this team. Oh, that probably was my guy. Who caught that pass that last drive. Here we go. Well, it helped me out too. So here we're gonna anticipate stick. I don't know if they're actually gonna run it or not. They might just run the ball to the right. Oh, they run stick. This is so so annoying to me. Let's see what the linebacker does. I probably should have put him in a better position too. I put him in a bad position. He does take some false steps here for whatever reason. Like after I told him that he was the highlight player, I would have rather seen him just like, you know, actually run out to get him. But they're going stick again. Oh, we're gonna put him in a better position though that time. But he doesn't. They don't run stick. Knocked it down. Go for the swat there. Byron Jones, go for the swat. Tight. These tight formations, man. We're gonna say press there. Let's go. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Madden 22 wasn't horrible, for sure. That was definitely my intention until I played Madden 23, to be honest with you. I was gonna play Madden 22 for a while. Pick that. Oh, I should have picked that. I didn't think he was gonna get there in time. Dang, man, we gotta capitalize on those. Gotta capitalize on those, man. And that's why we gotta capitalize on those. At least we're not dealing with Tom Brady for the rest of the game, so I'm not worried. But yeah, that's one of the best times to purchase it. Online record, I think I'm either 14-10 or 15-10. I'm gonna say 14-10 though. So I had a win earlier today, but at 0 seconds on the clock before the game can actually register and be completed, it cut out because I'm playing on the Wi-Fi right now. So my Wi-Fi couldn't hold up for 5 seconds, and it cut me out at the last second. But a lot of the players I've been playing some of the like the people in the hundreds right now, which it makes sense because I started out 6-0 or 7-0, so it kind of like, even though I didn't have that many games played, it put it like the way Madden does it. I think that they move you up. I don't know if it goes by I think it might go by the points. So yeah, it's not too bad. The main thing with online right now is just adjusting to the blitzing. Okay, like everybody blitzes online, everybody. So what I was doing, the issue that I was having before was I was trying to run the same plays like I would run on the PS4 version that I know worked, but I didn't have enough time for them to develop. And now since you can't, a lot of the work is done from inside of the pocket, the rush should be getting there faster than the routes developing. So like my whole game plan online has changed since versus the PS4 version. Like pretty much everything is quick. Everything is quick game. So I try. So most of the time I run screens. I run the ball a lot more. It just depends on what the defense is doing, but mostly it's screens, zig, or the zig route, or what do they call it on here? Yeah, it is called zig. Screen, zigs, drag, slants, all that stuff. And if I have like the one-on-one matchup, I might try to test them deep, but it's kind of hard to get those deep passes off into the receiver. But the main thing that for verts too, run that a lot because a lot of people are running cover 3 and pressing their seam flats back, so they're push their seam flat. So this is what I've been seeing a lot. A lot of people, they push their seam flats back on the cover 3. Maybe I could show it in the cover 4. So it might be easier to know. Let's see. I'm gonna say both ran vertical, so it's gonna be hard. So these guys, they'll push them back further, and the middle guy, usually they might put him on that inside receiver, and the user will guard the other receiver. So before I realized that's what they were doing, and the adjustment really is to have your outside guys run stuff crossing routes into the middle, because that's where the opening would be. I was throwing a lot of picks, not realizing or not seeing quickly enough that this looks like cover 2, but not seeing quickly enough that he got hit. Dang. Right read, I didn't have enough time to throw it. So it's like a lot of it is like a real quick stuff. But I wasn't seeing it quickly enough, and I was just throwing picks to the guy in the seam. Like, what happened here? Well, I'm not surprised. I should have seen that he was still in the field, even though he's not supposed to be.
Opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. ASAP, the coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained, but no regrets here. He picked that
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, so that was, I actually had a loss in overtime because I started to I got too aggressive and threw the ball. So this was another guy who was in cover 3 all game, and I tried to force a pass instead of just keep running the ball. Like I ran the ball all the way down the field, but I tried to end the game too quickly. And I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of the how college football does their rules now, but I mean, I understand why they made the change though. Dang, oh my goodness. Two pick sixes, and just like that. Yeah, we're gonna have to go to the ground.
But number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing the second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's gonna feed off of you.
It is cool that the new rules are in the game. Originally, I don't know. I have to see it in I have to see it in action in real life to see how I like it. Because originally, I feel like defensively, if you can't get that first stop and the team scores, like, then that's on you. And this is coming from somebody who's a Bills fan, and we didn't get the stop when we had to in overtime. So I kind of was in that idea of thinking, but I don't know, maybe it'll grow on me, because originally I thought like the field goal thing, I understand why they changed that, but
not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the
yeah, this is the preseason rosters. So I'm just playing the preseason games that are in the play now. So it's who are these guys? Sanu. So typically, yeah, I would try to push the ball downfield more with their speedy receivers, but Oh man, it's weird. I feel like their whole first team defense is in. This is PS5.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
I still was answering some PS4 questions if anybody had them though. I threw 3 pick sixes back to back to back.
Noah Igbenogany from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take.
But yeah, this is just
they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get
this is like cover 2 too.
Well, this is where leadership really
You don't have to get him blocked though.
How's the head coach handling
But
the offensive coordinator?
this is one of the things I don't like about playing with preseason though, because I don't know why they still have their starters in the game. So it's they're starting defense against my second offense. I could have. What happened here?
That one will set him back.
Oh, that was. Fault. So I had them double team, but I didn't tell them. I didn't tell the last guy to move over. So the 2 other guys double teamed. So this looks like it could be. This is definitely a zone. This might be cover 3. The C might work this play.
Now Bridgewater. It's incomplete. Took a
Up
shot.
it.
Couldn't get it. His job is almost over. Thanks to a great defensive effort. He sacked the first down.
Is it any? Bro. Actually, that's a good question. I don't know about the new PS5s. If it's any easier to get them. Actually, after I got mine, I kind of just like stopped looking. But I'll definitely look on. I'll definitely look to see.
An incomplete pass on that last play.
I'm definitely better on the PS4 version. I'll say. I still have to get used to the PS5 gameplay.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll go as a sack, a loss.
Nah, you can't crossplay, unfortunately.
It takes us to a 4th down.
I don't know why every game doesn't have crossplay. Maybe not from platform like PS4 to PS5, but you should be able to You should be able to crossplay between the gens though, like the 2 old gens and the 2 new gen games. I don't know why they haven't added that in yet. Like Call of Duty has it. I know they have it for sure, and there's probably some other games that have it. So that's something they should really look into. Because you always have like the one buddy that you know who has the Xbox who talks smack about like, yo, I'm better than you. But I probably could have picked that and scored.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
But with the PS5 version, it's just more getting for me to get better at it. It's just more getting adjusted to the way the game plays, stuff like that. Yeah, this is definitely on Madden. Yep, you already know. I probably should have played on a little bit lower difficulty to get adjusted to the game, but I figured if I can start winning all Madden earlier, I like to have and I like to have the most challenging gameplay that the game can give you. So these games, even though like I'm losing and losing a lot, I'm not really too worried. Oh, can we take this back? Nope.
Picks it off, and the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Yeah, right now, I'm just more trying to get used to playing the game.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here.
So wins and losses, right? I'm not really too concerned about at this point.
They need him right now.
trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game.
Let's try to get some points up here.
More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
I would say perfect accuracy, and he doesn't catch the ball. So is that on the quarterback or is that on the running back when it says perfect accuracy? It's not to be perfect accuracy if he has to stretch for it, like, you know. All right, let's see what we have in here. Let's try to go across.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
This looks like he might be rushing. This kind of looks like cover 2 again.
To throw is
It is.
He'll rifle this one deep
So
right side.
he just overthrows him that time.
Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground.
See, I'm making the right reads. It's just whoa.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
We'll take that.
So
Thank you,
not
thank
just
you.
running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first
I should've-
rather than the latter? This is a
What's the name?
almost feels
I'll
like
check
you
that
felt
after
you
this,
had
though.
to call it on that play.
Let's see what we have here. We got Williams. This looks like cover 6, if I'm not mistaken. We're gonna motion him out. Send him on the streak. You're getting your second chance here, Teddy Bridge.
And again, it's Bridgewater.
Oh my goodness.
Time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by
So
Keanu Neal.
this is like, again, this is the pass that I'm trying to get down. I can't throw this pass yet. Like I'm trying to lead him to the outside on this. But for whatever reason, it always throws it to the inside when I use this passing. So once I figure out how to throw this ball over here, instead of like throwing a jump ball over in here and stuff, like I wouldn't mind using this passing. But right now, if I'm playing any kind of competitive like online, I usually turn this off because I can't place the ball where I want to place it.
So for the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
This is probably trail. Bunch trail.
Trying to shake off the
Yeah,
interception
that's
from the
exactly
last
what it
drive.
is.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's see what we have here.
First down, Trask. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now another timeout called for by the offense.
They're gonna probably fix this too. I guess oh no, he just went. I don't know what this is about. Just did not block here. I wonder if this is like why he didn't block him. I wonder if it's like that's awareness thing, or do they just like not block sometimes?
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
I'll have you pick up those swing.
Another try after the first down sack. Trask sliding out of the pocket.
Bro.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag.
That's a
instead
personal
in
foul.
the backfield.
Oh no, it's a hold. Wow.
Let's get the call.
The guy who doesn't block
So that
the
one
next play he holds.
right guard.
And you
That's funny.
understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make
That's
the
fine. That's short.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That's good. The completion there for 7
But yeah, I just but with the online, I just want to get my feet wet, you know, get some games in there. But I still have to really like go into the lab and learn how to play this game. I still am like
Trask
pretty bad still.
flushed out right.
Okay. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, they're gonna probably fix stuff like this in gameplay as well. Like, he could have just ran this, but he just throws it all the way across the field like that. Not really sure why or why that's programmed like that. But I think all the quarterbacks do that. So I don't know if it's like their the traits that they have or whatever. It might be like a traits thing why they do that.
It's no good, and the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one.
That was crazy. Outside of that first touchdown, all of their points came on 3 pick sixes.
Chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath.
He doesn't even have the arm for this. Teddy Bridgewater never had like a huge arm, but there's like no way that this is gonna get here.
Like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're out the black.
And my goodness, another interception.
I probably should not have thrown that, because that just adds to their. You gotta at least catch the guy, and we're not.
That's a pick 6. He brings it back to the.
Who's the backup guy? Let me see. Let's see what this guy's is about. I shouldn't have thrown that partly too.
Suck him for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, we all miss football in the offseason, but apparently not everybody missed
Pressing buttons too fast.
Right over it. We get back to the action.
I don't even know what their game plan would have been. Let's say I would assume they would just run the ball since they're up so much. So
welcome back, halftime.
We'll see though.
We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon.
I meant to switch our game plan.
Many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. But CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they
he probably throws
half.
worse than Teddy Bridgewater, but
teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back.
Yeah, for sure he does.
Possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game.
Blitz maybe, or not the. I didn't even do that. We wanted to ID him. So yeah, with the blitz and stuff, you definitely have to use ID the mic for sure this year. For sure.
It officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First and 10. Here's Thompson. Completes it to the
Pass
tight end
the
side.
catch.
Short completion, just
All right,
4 yards.
got a little bit going.
Give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield. He gained any yardage.
A gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Like the one thing. Like, I feel like certain stuff is, like, so dumb about the game. Like, why would, like, with the game planning stuff. Like, why? Because I, whoa, what is that? Because I want to focus on running the ball inside. Why would I, like, not be able to run the ball well outside anymore? Like, it definitely doesn't work like that in real life.
Like we saw there, I don't know, the rhythm seems off.
See what we got here. This is some kind of zone. Maybe we can hit him here in the middle.
4th down, Thompson.
Oh, what the heck? Oh, he's under pressure. I'm about to say. I wonder if they have any, I know this guy can run a little bit. What option? That's crazy. They have one option play in this whole playbook.
it's 1st and 10.
I guess.
At the
Let's see what we
43.
have here.
Edmonds going to get the handoff here on the option. And he's dropped right at the 40.
What Edmonds?
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives.
What
but when you're down
about...
where they are, they've got to pay it off.
They gotta have some RP. They have this 17 RPO plays, but only... Oh, here they go. They do it. Oh, okay, they do it like this. Okay, got it. I'd say they have 17 RPO plays, but only one pops up. Let's try this.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
You might be able to hit the tight end out the backfield.
Off the RPO,
Go.
completes it, and he gets this to the 35.
We're gonna go with 2 to get. Go with let 1 3 alert. Let me see if I like the alert one that I like. I'll see an alert one that I like. Alright.
Because of his size, you're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But
Yeah,
boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's gonna be tough to bring down.
He just did not catch that.
Coverage was
Why
all
would...
tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Let's see what else. Well, my fault. I feel like this is... Yeah, for sure. It definitely is. I agree. Yes. Especially against computer, a lot of people are saying that they're having 4 and 5 pick games.
And he comes back with 1 complete. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down as they manage to convert. And
That's one of the things I hope that I don't want to say that that EA fixes, but I hope that again, bro, again. Maybe I'm like, maybe I have to really keep pushing it to the left. Because why does he? I don't know why on this throw they throw it like not out here where nobody is. Like they literally throw it to the safety.
1st down. Now they have to gear up.
But yeah, I probably have to go into practice mode to see what's going on with that, and just to tinker around again with the tinker around with the passing stuff.
Thompson going to throw again on 2nd down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far.
They're playing so much cover too. Like I feel like I have to throw that route because that's where you throw in the cover 2. Maybe I can. Let's see what they do here. Circle might be wide open if he circle high ball. We can just hit him. And that one, I'm able to lead him way inside. I tried to throw that right away, but they definitely didn't let me. Yikes.
So a very long drive, play after play, gets him down the field, but wouldn't you know, it winds up yielding nothing.
And over on the sideline, you've got a kicker who feels worse about it than anyone. There's nothing you hate more than seeing the look on your linemen's faces after all their hard work getting you in position.
The lonesome kicker, and he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain.
It's crazy to think we gave up 1 defensive touchdown. I mean, yeah, 1 defensive touchdown.
To throw is Trask. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. As Ike went to ballet school.
What are we in, 3? I guess that wouldn't be. Yeah, that was open. That's the open spot in that defense.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. Back now in Tampa. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Let's see.
Vaughn on 1st and 10.
Holding?
Forces way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a
Like, does ref even need to call holding at this point with them being up 28? Who knows?
the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab it.
There we go.
It's done like that. It's often seen by the official.
What's going on? How you doing?
Give him 5 yards
Armand.
here, will bring up second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
T. literally just walked to the first down.
It's a gain of 16, first down 10.
How you enjoying your Madden, man, Armand?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it.
Right.
Offense has had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
Yeah, I gotta catch up on some of the games that happened today too. Especially that Bills game. I seen we put up 42. So I'll have to check out that first half. I caught a little bit of the second half, or the majority of the second half, I mean. But yeah. And I caught our game scoring. I mean our game before the halftime. I caught that drive too. But I missed the majority of the first half. So I want to check that out, see what happens.
Suck up on now for the Buccaneer field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt.
Right.
Suckup's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Nothing wrong with that, man.
Ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you.
Nothing wrong with that at all. Yeah, because the next gen is solid for sure. Oh, Boyce is fumbling. See, they have all the momentum this game.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Running behind center with Vaughn. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
To throw on 2nd and 6.
Screen? Way to get there.
This is White on the screen. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play.
And if anyone's looking for next-gen consoles, download the Hot Stock app. Hot Stock.
They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd.
You'll be able to see when the consoles,
Throwing, Trask.
when they. Hold on. They tried it. You'll be able to see when consoles near you are in your area, or if we're going to actually decline this. You'll be able to see with the Hot Stock app. You'll be able to see the consoles around you and when they go in stock. Hot Stock. One word. Check that app out. If anyone's looking for a next gen console. But regardless of whatever console you get, I do not advise overpaying for it. Do not overpay for the console. Do not do that. It's not worth it.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at 2nd down now.
Definitely just wait it out until you can find one in your area.
Off play action. Thompson.
Those other 2 slow guys I could get around. Let's get out of here. Yeah, for sure. 2K's gonna be dope this year. It's looking real good. Excited for that game as well.
3rd and long. Thompson. Caught by Sanu. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Thompson, desperation time. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football.
I'm out to tour around and practice more for sure. Because again, that was another pass I tried to. I don't know. Maybe you just can't throw passes with the settings. You can do it, but maybe with the settings I have, you can't throw passes the way I'm trying to throw them.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah. Oh, I should have responded to that. Yeah, our defense is looking real good. And once Trey comes back, the best corner on our team gets acclimated back into the defense. Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy year for the defense. Really, the only thing with our defense that I feel like has been consistent, that has been consistently bad, I'll say, has been our run defense in general. But our pass defense is solid. It was just the game when we went against Patrick Mahomes. It just was not it. But Patrick Mahomes is, arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now. So, All right. We're going to try an online game. Hopefully this doesn't lag out or isn't laggy, but we'll see. Or I might wait. I kind of want to try one now, but playing online, I definitely don't use the placement yet. Not yet. Like, I'm semi-comfortable with it, and it definitely is helpful in a lot of situations, but not yet. Let's see what I am. I think I might be 14. Oh no, I'm 16 and 13. So, let me see. But really, I should be 17 and 12. But my last game dropped at the last second of the game, unfortunately. So. Okay. Hopefully, sorry about that. Hopefully this puts me in a party to where the guy cannot hear me, because I'm not a huge fan of, having people talk during the videos and stuff. Hopefully you guys can hear me in the party as well.
See a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Hopefully this doesn't lag. If it does, I'm gonna try to. I don't know. People act all weird about the friendly quits and stuff. I've been seeing this formation every single game. It's starting to get annoying a little bit. That's the thing about. That's the thing about this. Everyone does the same thing in Madden, playing online. After the game comes out and people get acclimated and stuff, you see everybody run the same stuff. He's gonna run this play and he's gonna run the post across the field. The two plays that you're gonna see: inside zone, post across the field, read option. Those plays. Actually, probably should have instead of going with the deep. I should have probably went with stop the inside run.
Now Gordon on first down.
But this is going to be a little bit challenging to stop. I think.
We'll see though. Second and 1. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuebudo.
As you see, I'm jumping all over the place.
First down as a tackle made at the
We're going back to the inside run, so we're going to definitely commit to this.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. The run got 4, now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Not the man that up. He might still go inside zone again.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams.
He's about to run this inside zone into the ground. You can get some.
3rd and 2, now Wilson.
That's a good read. That's the right read.
Alberto, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Broncos have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo.
That was an efficient first drive.
Quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Facts, for sure.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
All right, let's see what we have here. So usually I've been trying to establish the run as well.
First and 10, right at the 30.
This is cover 2 though. So hopefully you'll be able to see Josh Allen hit this pass on the sideline.
Throwing to start the drive. Allen.
See how he throws it out there? That's all I was trying to do last game. I just was trying to throw it to the sideline like that. But the shit didn't work. Sorry for language.
26 yards. One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This might be cover 2 again, but I don't know. We'll just run the ball. Be safe.
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you
Just in
think
case, I don't know. This might not be cover 2 though.
But a lot of the blitzers,
But
they come in a little bit
we're actually going to
high.
bring him
They
across the
leverage,
field.
and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen escaping the pressure right.
So to catch that,
And finally down he goes as they work it inside.
you said
the
it is.
7. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs. And pretty much
I wouldn't just specifically buy it for this game personally, but it's definitely. But I like the game for sure.
What our camera missed was the fist pump.
Like if I was getting a next gen console, I'd want to get a couple more games, not just
Give him
Madden.
2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
I am not a huge fan of the game plan features, personally. But you know, it is what it is.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
I get what they were trying to do with them, but personally, I don't know. I just don't really think that they're super realistic. But I get what they were trying to do with it.
Allen gonna try and keep it.
Get in there, Josh. Let's go.
Across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Josh Allen keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Bills are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Bass.
Like with I think the reason why I'm not a huge fan of them is because you don't necessarily know what your opponent's gonna do. Like for the whole first half, so you kind of have to guess on what the opponent's doing. So like if I knew how this guy played, I would have never picked defend the deep pass. I would have picked something else. So, but seeing how he plays, it's like for the whole first half, I'm gonna have to have him run the ball on me all first half because I'm in the wrong game plan.
Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage.
Throw it away.
Also keeping the defense by anticipating what's up next.
Well, second down,
You said
but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage
for sure,
from the
yeah.
secondary,
I hope so. Because EA is definitely EA is good for having an idea and not, fully finishing and having the idea come to fruition. So hopefully they do that.
From the shotgun, Wilson.
Pick that. Let's go.
Looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Well, this had trouble written all over it from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dive set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
It looked like he was open. That's exactly what the match coverage does.
They'll run on first down with Singletary.
Wow.
And he can only manage to get a couple.
That's my fault.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football.
The way he's playing and bringing that guy inside, I want to hit the. I'm very. I might just try it this play. No, he's not. If he keeps bringing this guy inside, there's no way he should be able to get back outside. So we're gonna move him over here. Make it seem like it doesn't really matter, but we're gonna try to hit McKenzie. You should be wide open.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen, the throw on target to his receiver McKenzie. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them,
I just see him jumping a little bit. I don't know if it's affecting my mic too, but the game is definitely lagging for sure. So yeah, I'm probably definitely gonna hop off for a little bit after this game. Might be back on a little bit later. Should be back on a little bit later, I'll say. So we got an ISO outside, which he backed off of. I'm about to say, yeah, we're definitely gonna take advantage of that if he didn't back off of that.
To the air, Allen.
There we go.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That could be one of
we got to get 10 yards.
He'll go get you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points, and they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion.
We can go. Let's see what we're looking at defensively. It said we technically can run counter, so let's try it. We're gonna motion him out. Hopefully this opens up the counter.
They run here with Singletary.
It does not.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is why I was telling myself I didn't want to hop online right away, but it's all good though. I had a feeling it'd be a little lag. The main thing really right now is like not to turn the ball over. That's the goal. We do not want to turn the ball over in this situation. He's running cover 2. He has to be. Why else would he leave that wide open like that?
On second and goal, Allen. A quick throw there, going to be
And I still throw it when I know he's running cover 2.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Let's see if he's doing that. Matter of fact, if he's doing that, we should be able to hit this the bubble screen, and hopefully they throw it out in front. Because if he keeps bringing him down, it should be. Let me see. We're gonna wait a little bit. See if he stays on him. He just doesn't block. If he blocks, we're like a little bit better than that. No, we're gonna. I know what we're gonna do. We want to choose some of this clock.
No surprise they decided to throw on third down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed
Do a bunch of dummy routes and then call a timeout. Hopefully I don't accidentally hit the
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards.
That's still a lot of time in Madden time. A minute 13 to score. But if we can get a stop, we can prevent him from scoring a touchdown here too.
This from 34.
We should be in good shape. Yeah, I missed this for sure. Oh wow, I should have missed that for sure. I was nowhere even near the thing.
So Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game, and they make it home with an extra field goal.
Folks, this is why you play on. This is why you don't play on Wi-Fi with other people on the Wi-Fi, because stuff like that happens.
NFL coach termed his defense the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Hold on, my comments froze for a second. So if you guys are saying anything, I can't see just yet.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock.
Oh my, that was definitely the wrong cover quarters. I mean, that was the wrong cover 4 call.
An incomplete pass
For sure.
From the 25. From the gun, it's Wilson. This one complete to
Wow.
Jerry Jeudy.
There we go.
And they'll get it all the way up about
I don't know how I missed the press there and gave him a free release.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
If he's going to stay in that, I should be able to blitz. Actually, we're not going to blitz. I want to though. We'll wait till third down to blitz. Or, I mean, we could technically bring the heat now, but I just don't know how our team's going to play in coverage. I'm going to stick in quarters. Actually, to be honest, I don't even have to press this, in all honesty, but I have been. We're not going to press it that time.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This is a half where not just the
But really, I don't even have to blitz like that because of the way our pressure is getting in. 20 yards? We shouldn't give up 20 yards, guys. Like,
that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
That would just kind of just be unacceptable.
Here's Wilson. Oh, he'll air this
Like,
for Judy. It got his man complete.
I have no idea why.
Way
Like,
home for a Broncos
I don't get it.
score.
What happened there?
Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages
So he,
of this first
it should have been a safety back there to grab him,
Managed to tackle
because
the
that's not my guy. So I have no idea why that happened like that.
And that makes it 14-10.
And so that's the only thing. That's another thing about match coverage. Like, I don't know, maybe I messed the rules up there, but that's definitely somebody else's guy. Like, one of the safeties should have picked him up. That makes no sense why that happened.
So not much time
He was the
to
third
speak
guy,
of
yeah. So
remaining in this first
one of the
half.
safeties should have
Kicks
picked him
away.
up for sure.
And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds. So now the possession will begin at the 35.
I said I actually should have probably had blitzed that play, because he would have never been able to get that ball off. But that shouldn't have even happened like that, because I don't. No, it is what it is.
25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
So good field position for the Bills
All
as they
right.
come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
Let's go. Oh my goodness.
Looked very
Almost,
much to be a
almost.
catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down
All
coming
right.
up.
So now,
Been schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance
if
for
he
the big
stays in
shot.
quarters, if this is actual quarters.
If he comes down with that one, that's a huge
Oh no, it's probably
offensive
not
swing.
actual quarters.
Credit the defense
Never
for a
mind.
nice
Never
play,
mind. Never mind.
knocking that
So
one
I should probably send him deep instead.
To throw on
Yeah.
2nd and 10. Allen. This one caught by Crowder.
As long as we get some points before the half, I'm cool.
Down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
But
And this offense gonna elect
if that was
to
match
time
quarters,
out
that
with
post would be
5
open.
seconds remaining in
But
quarter
seeing
number
it's like
2.
regular quarters, or seeing it's not match quarters, I wouldn't say it's regular quarters. But seeing it's not match quarters, it's probably not going to be, or it wasn't, or it won't be. Hold on. Yeah, a comment section should be loading up right now.
And give him 6
Clock it.
yards
Thank you,
here
thank
as he
you.
stopped near the 35 at the 34.
So it wasn't all bad. I don't know how. I don't know why
Comes in the waning moments of quarter
that.
number
I don't
2.
know why my safety didn't match on that deep route. Like there's no reason why he shouldn't have matched that guy. Because he was like I said, he was the third guy inside, and that and your inside safety is supposed to take that.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt.
See, we're not gonna. This isn't on the money. This is like not gonna go in. Here we go. All right, here we go. It's back up.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Final adjustments being made for the 2nd half. So with that, we get back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
We're gonna stick with our game plan. And we're gonna stop his inside run, force him to throw it.
And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah, it's lagging because there's somebody else that's on the Wi-Fi right now. But it usually doesn't lag though. Even with them on the Wi-Fi, it usually doesn't lag.
The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
Yeah, on the next gen, if you're talking about next gen DCF, I have no idea why they did it like that. Why they made the players too big. I like that they switched the body types, but they made them too big for sure.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half?
Right, for sure. Yeah, I think I feel like his body type was the one that was used for the running back, for all the running backs. He definitely looks very. That's kind of like what Saquon Barkley's body type is.
What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary.
There we go. Good run. Good to get the first.
Midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the
right
as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
For sure, yeah, for sure. But yeah, they didn't. Yeah, it wasn't like a complete port of 22. Like they definitely added some stuff in for, you know, it might not have been a lot, but they did add in some stuff. So, you know, people probably didn't feel like it was, you know, completely nothing that was done.
He finds his man complete. It's McKenzie. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I think I have what I want to do when he does that. So instead of just throwing out and getting the 3 yards, I think I'm going to slant him and put the running back behind and see how he reacts to that. See, so I feel like that. So to me, I feel like the biggest difference between the two gens, in my opinion, is just this is cover 6. Diggs should be open on this.
To throw again on second down. Allen toward the sideline, and look at that catch, dragging the toes.
But I feel like the biggest difference is, even though the game plays a little bit slower, I feel like you have to make quicker decisions than on the PS3 version of this. Yeah, on the PS, I mean on 22, a lot of the players definitely had the same body type. It looked like. I agree. Yeah, I agree. With that. All right, let's try to get some an extra touchdown down here, though. So when he goes 5 wide again, I'm probably not gonna go that cover 4 again until I figure out why that happened, why he didn't match that. This I gotta see what this is. We're gonna run this.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And he's wrapped up.
Yeah.
Taken down. Back at the 25.
Definitely lagged there, so I just took the sack.
Getting the sack. And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Let's see. I'm kind of curious to see what the safeties are doing. Since he is running this, I kind of want to see if is he matching the safeties, or like what he's doing with them.
Another try after the first down sack.
I'll just check that down. He's not matching it. He's just running something completely different. So it looks like what he's doing is, that's just a tight throw. If I was using the passing mechanic, that's the situation where I'd be more, if I was comfortable with it, I'd be more comfortable making that throw there. Because when you're not using it, you just don't know how the ball is going to come out, unfortunately. But I would be more comfortable using it, the pass mechanic in that situation, the new one, if I was comfortable with it.
On play action, Allen.
Yeah, he saw that.
Back at the 27-yard line.
All right, we should take the lead here. I'm not too mad about this. We used the quarter, so we didn't want to give up that last touchdown, but What can we do? Hopefully we're alright with this.
The kick by pass is good. And the Bills have come back to regain the lead.
Yeah, for sure. That's why the aesthetic stuff, I wasn't too worried about them getting that stuff into the game.
Get some points up on the board and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Yeah, 22 was and then with 22, I don't know. For 22 next gen, it definitely plays way better than that. But the current gen version, you know, it's not. It definitely is better for sure. Here we go. That's why it took us a whole half to switch to this. Like I feel like I would like game planning more is if it was like a drive-by-drive thing versus it being like a whole first half thing. Like I feel like the game planning stuff works. I mean, doesn't work. It is better when you're playing against the computer. It makes more sense. But when you're playing against a user, and especially head-to-head online, and you don't know what they're gonna do right away. Wow, I'm so very surprised he threw that. So that's one of the reasons why I want to use the passing mechanic, because he definitely was able to lead that backwards like that, like lead it the other way.
This is where you need a quarterback.
In any other situation, that would have been an easy pick,
But to keep the rest of the
and it still probably should have been. And we're like, what are we doing? I had to waste a timeout. Why are we in this?
First of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun.
All right, that's good. Cut him down. Cut him down. But yeah, with the new helmets and stuff, I know a lot of people are asking about that when I was doing a couple of my earlier streams. I wasn't really too concerned about them getting that stuff into the game. Usually EA is good about doing that. He's gonna try to chew the clock down and kick a field goal for sure. Let's knock it down. Oh, he couldn't get it there. So here, he might go to that 5 wide stuff again. That's what I would assume. Yep. So we're gonna go cover 6 here, and hopefully there's a better outcome than what we've had. Everything's shut down. Let's go.
Defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He's probably gonna go for this. He might go back to that last play, but it was kind of open, so we'll see. What he goes to? What did he go to? He went to flood. He went to flood on that touchdown pass, so we'll see. He went, I don't know, he went to something that he has not called all game, so we'll see what this is. What is this? I have no idea what this is. I do know what this is. It's a play action in his, oh no it's not. I have no idea what this is. Let's go, way to get that out. Come on man, let's finish this game off. What's our run inside, probably? I think I have this on.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs.
I know it still is throw it deep, so we might. I don't know. We might try to hit one deep if we can get the right situation. But as of right now, we're gonna keep it on the ground.
situation.
I'm going to keep it on the ground for now. Even if he knows we're running the ball, I'm fine with that.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 40.
We're trying to get him to use those timeouts.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, no, that was NCAA had the Weather Channel. Oh no, wait, Madden might have had it too, but I know NCAA had it, and I know NCAA had it for sure. I think it might have been like around Madden 10 when it had it.
They go right back to Singletary.
Get first down. Thank you.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
But yeah, that's something that I would like to. That would like I don't know when they're gonna touch that, because I know people have been asking for that for years. I would like to see Weather have more of a play in Madden, because I feel like, you know, it's a huge part of football, so it should be the same thing with Madden. It doesn't make sense that it's not.
On first down, Allen steps away to his left. And he gets his
Here we go, Josh. Yeah, for sure. NCAA's definitely been missed. Been missed really by me a lot. That's my preferred game. Madden just became the game like I just started to play. Like, I mean, I always obviously played Madden, but if it was like a choice between Madden or NCAA, I always preferred NCAA. For sure.
A give up the middle to Singletary. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run. And
I just always felt like NCAA played better.
There. I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, facts.
Right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't
Nah,
just
for
sit
real.
there running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Since Madden 01. My first Madden that I remember was
2 minutes remain, and that's
2002.
as well.
But the first one I remember actually buying was 2003 with Marshall Falk on the cover.
2nd and 4.
Back in the glory days. For sure.
On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he'll be brought down at the
It's just crazy to see how much gaming's changed since then. They'll watch college football.
And here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come.
But yeah, that's another classic. But it's just crazy to see how much gaming has changed since those days. It's like, wow.
Give this is Singletary. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I think we still will have to run some plays here. Another first down definitely ends the game, but we don't want to make a bad decision about anything. I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna actually flip this to make it look like we're just trying to open this up a little bit, pretty much, for the run.
Singletary again. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And now the question everyone's wondering.
I would consider throwing this, but my game is lagging so much right now. I don't even want to take that chance.
I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off.
For sure, yeah.
Any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers.
Like, it's like the updates and stuff are cool. Like, you know, it's a lot of things that
Here comes the 8th play of the drive.
we didn't have the ability to have back then, that we have the ability to have now. But the games were definitely... Oh, get there. Let's go. That's the game. Woo! Actually, I can't even say that. I was gonna say lag when all we got out of here, but this is exactly how the last game that I lagged out in was. Same exact situation.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in.
I think that stops the clock. I think that's such bullshit. If the oh no, it didn't stop the clock.
And that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined in that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
I know that used to be a glitch in Madden, so where you can still stop the clock even though you didn't have any timeouts left. But hold on. Yes, but yeah, games being on the disc, yeah, it was definitely a good thing. Then again, it really depends on how you look at it, because like if there ever was like a, which I don't think that I ever noticed one, but if there was ever a glitch in the game back then, like you just kind of had to live with it. You couldn't do anything about it. So it's you have your ups and downs with with it. But me personally, I don't have an issue with the updates. I have an issue when when there are too many updates and it has like too big of an effect on the game. That's what I don't like. I think that's just ridiculous. Like, there's no way that that you have the same game that you bought. Like, I bought this in August. There's no way that by next August the game doesn't play anything like how it plays now. It's a completely different game. Like, that just makes no sense. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the patches. Like, I think patches help the game, but when a game is overpatched or the game is patched for whatever reason, like I feel like sometimes the patches aren't necessary all the time. I mean, no, I'm sorry, not the patches. Usually the patches are necessary, but the tuning, I feel like the tuning of the game isn't always necessary. Well, let me catch up on some of this stuff. It's funny you say that thing about the virtual late hits, because I know that was a thing in All Pro Football. Shout out to All Pro Football. That was a thing in All Pro Football 2K8. Back when back when I used to play that a lot more. Madden 06. Yeah, Madden 06 was definitely dope. That was one of the better ones. That was when the Vision Cone was first introduced, which is controversial. Some people loved it. Some people hate it. You know, it is what it is, though. Me personally, I didn't think I got used to it, so it wasn't horrible. But yeah, I'm trying to see which. So I have these three last preseason games to play. We'll do the LA, the Battle of LA. I'm playing with the Rams. At this point, I'm starting to despise the Chargers because everybody's playing with them online. Yeah, 06 was definitely dope. The thing about those games, though, is, and you can have like the with the NCAA, you can have the imported draft class, so it's like, you know, that was super dope as well. Yeah. So because they didn't scan the faces in, there was definitely more facial options, and you can like fix the face, the sizes of the players' faces too when you were creating the players. So you kind of had like an unlimited amount of player faces that you can create without them looking the same. Yeah, running out of bounds stops the clock. I think it's like the last 2 minutes. Other than that, it continues to run.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation.
Yeah, NBA Live was on top back then at that time. Probably like around, to me, I think it was like around 06. Then for us, 06, 07 was like when it started to fall off. I feel like around that time the games were trying to do too much with the analog sticks. I feel like that was the new thing. I know for NBA Live at that time they added in the what was it called? Like the player ability. Like I know like they had the dunk one, the one for shooting, the one for blocking, the one for steals and stuff. I can't think of what the mechanic was that it was called, but after that I felt like it started to get too gimmicky. Like they should have just stuck with what was working and stuff. The crowd looks better in PS4. You think so? Actually, I know the crowd. A lot of people are saying that the crowd looks good on PS4. I have to like pay more attention to it. I haven't really paid attention to it, but you know, I have to check that out because you're not the first person who's mentioned the crowd, Terrell. And thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. Yeah, for sure. The little things like that. Definitely add to the immersion of the game when they can get the crowd and stuff down. And I like the old gen version of the game. I think they did a good job overall with Madden this year, as long as they don't touch anything. I always have to caveat that because Madden is infamous for doing too many tweaks, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, but the old gen to me is solid. Old gen Madden 23. It plays very similar to, in my opinion, to what is it? It plays very similar to Madden 22, but I feel like they did a better job. Knocked it down. They did. It's like they cleaned up a lot of stuff that I felt was issues in Madden 22. Yes, for sure. Importer draft class definitely needs to come back when NCAA comes back. Yeah. I think that the thing with the analog sticks, I think that the games just didn't know what to do with them, so they tried to put everything on them. Like it's like certain games, like the wrestling games for sure. Like you don't need you don't need the analog sticks for that. Like just let the analog sticks like do something else. Like the X, circle, square, triangle. It's like that's wrestling. That's what it is. Like don't touch that. Like once you start doing too many things, the game starts to feel super weird. Their game plans obviously throw it deep. Yeah. Man, I should just play with it. So, but I don't know. So with the player weapon system, I'm trying to think of if I would which one I liked better. Wow, that was actually a perfect kick. So with the reason why I like the player weapon system is because how do I want to put this? So it allowed even the lower tier players to have a skill. So let's say you had a player like let's say you had a player like a rookie Vince Young. Like he would have the ability, he would have like a speed ability, or probably now he would have like a scrambling ability, and he doesn't need to be at a certain overall to have that ability. Like I think with that, the way that they could have expanded on that was to tier it, like to have like a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 ability system with the player abilities. I think that would have been, you would have been able to really differentiate, you know, how the X Factor players feel now. because that was like the main reason for them adding the X Factor players, so you can differentiate the regular from the good, from the great, from the elite players.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the counter, this is Akers.
And another thing with I liked about the player ability system back then is everything had a counter. So like how Escape Artist was last year, it didn't really feel like it was a counter for that. I like that with the player ability system, everything had a counter to it. So if you had a fast running back, but he got hit by a big hitter linebacker or safety, it was a good chance that he might fumble. Like I like that. It just didn't feel like, okay, I have a fast running back and like no one can stop him. It's annoying how. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely for me. A lot of people actually like the PS4 version in terms of the running because they move faster. But it's really up to you. Me personally, I think that I like the PS5 running better because I feel like you have more control over. Let me backtrack. I like the PS5 running on Madden 23 better because it feels like you have more control where you want to go with the run. Like I feel like this is a good example of it. Like in this year, I could have hit this hole and waited for my lineman to pick him up, but I have the ability now to stop exactly here and hit exactly where I want to go. In Madden 22 and Madden 23 on the current gen, you can still do this, but it's not as realistic, I'll say. Like you can just kind of like, if you don't shift your stick, so far drastically the other way, if you just like shift it a little bit, you can get like that animation where you can just turn up field real quick. Yeah, the PS2 days definitely like the running on those games as well. That's why I would kind of like to see if they did make. I kind of want to see like how the games would how football's played now, how it would look on the PS2, because football just in general is just way different back then. The I formation, pro sets, and fullback, and you're just big on big football. So I would like to see like how they would have implemented the spread stats and stuff back in those days. So Terrell, have you played the PS5 version? PS4 version is more fun to play too, for sure. Believe it or not. Like I know I had the PS5 version, but the PS4 version, it is fun. It really is. It's a fun game. Definitely enjoy it. And seeing that they improved it from Madden 22, like that's definitely a thumbs up for me as well. It's crazy how to do these numbers.
Take a look at him and we'll step aside for a moment.
Yes, for sure. Yes, believe it or not, yes. For as much flack as Michael Wayne gets, he's definitely helped out both 2K and when he was at Live tremendously. Like he's definitely a great addition when it comes to the basketball games. For sure.
Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Stafford.
What the heck? Maybe I didn't have to lowball that. I didn't have to lowball that. I thought that he was running a curl, but I didn't think he was gonna overthrow him like that. We got 3 yards to get. Let's see if we can find something quick here. Let's go with spot. difficult spot. So this is some kind of zone. One of these three guys should be open on the right side. Let's get it out to him quick. Get there. They give it to me? Wow. Now, typically, if I was actually playing in my season, and this was like not just me playing around right now, I would have punted that.
We're scoreless after one.
I feel like they're not gonna switch. They're not gonna make any changes to the old gen consoles now. And I think that they kind of tried it with, I'm trying to remember all the Maddens now.
Henderson gonna run for it. And he's
I think they did kind of try to do it with Madden 25 as well as Madden 19, where the two games, I think they tried to make like the running a little bit more realistic to where, you know, if you're running at full speed, you just can't like now on the old gen consoles, everyone doesn't do it, but a lot of people do it like to where you can like swerve your way up field, even though people don't run like that in real life, while still running at full speed going forward. But I think that they tried to make the running a little bit more realistic with Madden 25 when it first was on PS4, as well as Madden 19. But Madden 19, they just kind of messed it up on Madden 19. But definitely with Madden 25, I just don't think people like that running. I think they like the faster, you know, you can like, you know, cut on a dime running more than the realistic running. It just kind of depends on, you know. Helmets pop up. Yeah, the helmets popping off won't ever probably come back to Madden, unfortunately. That's not an EA thing. That's more of an NFL thing. Like some of the stuff that's not in the game isn't on EA. Some of it definitely is. But that specifically, that's an NFL thing. I think they feel that. Oh, this is my second team. I should have never thrown that. I think they feel like the helmets popping off is like a negative thing. Maybe it has to do with like the concussion stuff. That's why you'll never see head injuries in Madden again either. I don't think. Like even though those are two realistic things that happen, I think with all the concussion protocol stuff, it's very unlikely to ever see this stuff back in the game.
This is what zone defenses count on: catching the ball and run after the catch.
Oh, so I'm assuming that you have the 500 gig version.
He's gonna let this go. Back of the end zone.
He lucked out. He caught me when I was looking down at the comments. For me. So I think your best bet, if you, I don't know how long you plan on having the P4 for, or are you talking about, if you're talking about on P4, or I guess P5, either one. So I would say get a external hard drive. You'll be able to add some games to that. That's what I ended up having to do. But on the original, because I had the PlayStation 4, the 500 gig too, I had to end up getting an external hard drive to get some more games, because I was like, well, I have all these games that I bought, but I can only have 4 on my actual hard drive at a time, the internal hard drive. So I would say just get an external hard drive. That's probably your best bet to to be able to have access to more games without having to delete and all that good stuff. Let's see. Okay, make another. Have another Madden. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly how it's gonna be. I didn't play Madden 17 for the PS3. But I know I remember Madden 16. It was Madden 16 or Madden 16, which would have been the. What is it? No, I'm sorry. Madden 15, I'm thinking of, was kind of like how this release was. Madden 23 was. Like they added some of the new features, but at the end of the day, it was still like very similar to what Madden 25 was. So I think that's how Madden 7. I didn't play Madden 17, but I'm assuming it's gonna be like that, like how it was for the PS3. Better injuries. Oh yeah, they did have a sign report. You're right. Has Madden gotten? Nah, not yet. Nah, not yet. No, it's not like 2K5 presentation. I feel like I don't know if they'll. At this point now, I don't think they're ever gonna get there. To be completely honest, because that means that would be something that would actually have to be a focus, and I don't see. I don't see it ever becoming a focus, especially with how big online's become. That would be something that's exclusive to offline. Like they'll fix the presentation, like how they did like pregame and stuff. Where are you throwing to, dude? When I see stuff like that, like I'm like, yo, who else is on this roster? Bryce Perkins, he's not gonna do much. He's not gonna be much better. He's faster. I'll be able to move with him better, but oh, never mind. He was pressure. I'm not really surprised about that. I'm assuming his throw under pressure has to be pretty low.
After the interception, here's Daniel, and that is incomplete.
You could have caught that, buddy.
Coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I hope so.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll
we've definitely been waiting for like a 2K football game to come out for sure. Obviously, it's not going to be NFL because of the licensing stuff, but I think that they should, especially now, like back when they released All Pro Football 2K8, people like the internet wasn't as popular as it is now. But if they were to release a unlicensed game, it would definitely do a lot better than what it did. What All Pro Football 2K8 did. The thing about All Pro Football 2K8 is it kind of shot itself in the foot because there's honestly no longevity to the game. Like you have your one season mode and that's really it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, if they were able to get a licensing with the XFL or the what's the other football league that's out now? There's been so many football leagues in the past 2 years. I've like started to lose track of them. But hey, what are they called? But whatever the other football league that's out right now, I can't think of the name of it. If they were able to get like a licensing deal with them, that would be pretty dope. Yeah, the AAF was one of them. Was one of the ones. The only thing about those is there's so few teams, though. That's kind of why I think that unlicensed game would work. Let's see. The thing with the XFL, it's going to really depend on how well they do, too. Because they came back last year. So, I mean, not last year. They came back a few years ago. But I feel like was that when COVID was? Or when the virus was? And I remember they had to shut it down.
to shake off the interception from the last drive, he'll look to throw. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
That certainly has to feel good.
For sure, yeah. For sure.
Should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me?
Yeah, all of those, they all just kind of have to find their niche, kind of. With it not being the NFL, they have to figure out like how to, like who's going to be their target audience. Because some people are like NFL or nothing, like they won't watch those other leagues.
Daniel looks to throw. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate.
Told me for sure. A lot of people believe that as well.
Now they face
About 2K in them making the games. Me personally, I would like to see the license opened up and both and all companies having a chance to you know, make the games that they want to make. But yeah, it would definitely be dope to see 2K come back into the football gaming market. See? So, but I feel like anytime you have a game though, that would be a good way to get people into would get people into the into your sport. Like when Madden comes out, people are ready for the football season. So I feel like it can be the same way if like the AFL, I think it's called, the AFL, the XFL, if those games, I mean, if those leagues were able to make games, like I feel like there'd be a lot more people interested in those leagues. Even if it's just the gamers, I feel like that could definitely give their league a lot more exposure than what it has.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack.
I hope so. I really do.
Which he takes the handle. He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start.
About the XFL, I hope it does come back stronger.
By the time he gets the football.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he
For sure, yeah.
himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes
But some people they feel like they need like that football break, so that's when they start watching the NBA a little bit more, because that's when, you know, the season starts to heating up. The first half of the season is just kind of like, you know, it is what it is, but that's when it starts to heat up, like around February. Well, not around February. It's like around Christmas, but like by February, it's like when people are like, all right, like what are the top teams are doing, and everything starts to really like fall into place. Also, around that time, you have the college basketball season, which is super huge. So I think they're gonna go with the short game, especially with Chase Daniels.
Settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener.
Yeah, I never really was able to catch the games of the AFL when they were on TV, but I always caught the highlights and stuff. Like, I feel like it wasn't too bad. It was okay. Just the main thing is the talent. Like the talent, and a lot of the players, like, you don't know who they are, so it's kind of like you have to like learn a whole new league again. Yeah, I think it was the NFL who just wanted one game. Yeah, and when 2K sold the games for $20, it definitely I would assume that would have had an effect on it as well. Even though I think it was just for that. I think it was just for that year. I think that 2K was so confident in that product, it wanted to get it into more people's hands. That's why they sold it for $20, all their games that year. Because if you think about it now, 2K, like NFL 2K5 sold for $20, like, and people call that game. A lot of people still believe that game is the best NFL football game ever. So, and that game sold for $20, especially when you have games being $65, $75 now, not including the people who like get the DLC versions of games. So it's crazy to think about that. You think so, Foamy? Yeah, I play some 2K20. I play some 2K22 as well for the PS4. The PS5 version looks really good, though. I can honestly say. I should have just stuck it. I didn't think they were gonna stick with their game plan. They stuck with the throw it deep game plan. I just figured with Chase Daniels, they wouldn't have tried to throw it deep anymore. We're definitely going to commit to the run here. Oh, they ran pitch out. I didn't expect that.
He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. So a loss of 5.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's where it stops for WWE 2K. Like, it looks good, but that's really about it, unfortunately. Love you too. Have a good day at work. Yes, I am. I always check you out before you leave.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
What's wrong with her? But yeah, unfortunately, that's where it ends for WWE 2K. Like after 2K19, WWE's really, in my opinion, struggled. Unfortunately. Yeah, a lot of people think that still the best 2K. 2K5. I just wish that 2K would have a chance to make a game now. I'm kind of curious to see what that would look like.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chipping.
Right, for sure.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they're able to build on things here with a field goal, maybe. And the question is, how much longer can they really rely on?
Yeah, graphically, 2K's definitely over the years caught up with EA. Because I always at one point I thought that was like, you know, at one point I always thought that 2K had the gameplay, but the EA's games always looked better, like PS2 days and stuff like that. But after a while, they slowly but surely they stuck with their game plan, and they continue to build their game. They continue to build their games up, and slowly but surely the graphics got better and better each year by year, and they have really good graphics. 2K does now. I mean, EA's graphics are solid too, but you know, I think both of them, they're like different. They're different graphics. They're great different graphics to me. The way that EA's graphics are and 2K's graphics are. Like I think what EA does well with its graphics is whoever their whoever they scan in their licensing, those players look really good. But usually everybody else looks like not great. On the other hand with 2K, even though like their star players might not look as good as they would on like the EA games, in total all the players look better on 2K. Oh, that's cool. Facts. But it was but back on 2K17 and 18, 19, there was a different they had a different publisher than they do now. 2K's actually making those games now. Before it was Ukes, like the guys who made the WWE games previously at THQ. They were helping on the 2K games. I don't know if everything pro wrestling was in here or Animals 07. They're both too big wrestling fans. Like he would definitely be able to explain it better.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for LA.
But as far as I know, like there was like a dispute somehow. That's why 2K20 was like played the way it did, and it felt like a huge step back in every way from 2K19 because it was because 2K was actually had to make the wrestling games. That's kind of why they also wanted. That's why if anyone who's played 2K 22 this year WWE, the game buttons are way different because they try to like make it their own game.
Let's see who this is on.
Yeah, for sure.
So they say no to the
to me I think that they put too much emphasis on that neighborhood that year, for sure. And that's when the gameplay kind of took a step back.
Out of the gun, Daniel. Drops it underneath.
Should have just stayed on that.
Almost gets this to the
I don't know why. What was I thinking back to? There's nobody there.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down LA.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter.
These games, I have to go back and play them for sure. Because at the time, like I didn't think 2K18 was that bad in comparison to 2K17. Because I hated 2K17, but I didn't think 2K18 was that bad. I thought 2K19 was better than 18 and 17, but I remember playing 18, and I understood why people hated 18 for sure. Because I feel like they did something. I feel like that was the year when they what did they do? I feel like they added the layup meter in 17, and then in 18 they removed the layup meter, but there was still layup timing. Like they did something weird like that, and with certain players, they felt like you couldn't score around the basket with them because you didn't know how to time the layup correctly because there was no meter, but there was definitely a meter. It just didn't show up. Like I don't know why. I don't know whose idea that was. That was like super. That was dumb. That was dumb.
But this one winds up to be incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Right.
After the
For sure.
incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10.
I didn't play 2K20 to be honest. Like
Straight ahead it's Spiller.
usually my brother ends up getting the wrestling games anyway.
That's it. That's what you're
So
straight ahead, positive game. Just keep
yeah, I didn't play much of 2K20.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
And after we saw like what happened to the game, wow, he just threw it off his back foot and launched that joint, and he's still going.
Inside the 15 before they drop it. That's a gain of nearly 40.
But yeah, after we saw what happened with 2K20, yeah, it was a wrap. We definitely decided to pass on 2K20, and they didn't have a game in 21, so A lot of people felt like they were not forced, but they had to play 2K19 and 21, and they felt like had the game for 2 years. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, 2K20, from what I saw, it looked terrible. But it's a 2K. Yeah. So in situations like that, it's more. I think it's more of the I think it's more of the company than 2K. Like a lot of the times, it's not usually the game company that wants that stuff to happen. It's usually whoever they're making the game for. So I think in that situation, the WWE wanted that game pushed out because regardless of how the game played, people are gonna buy the game and they were gonna make money. And I feel like 2K knew that they shouldn't have put that game out, but they probably didn't have a choice to. Yeah, pretty much. 2K22. Let's see, let me do it. Yeah, okay. I would definitely remember the shot meter for NBA Live 08 and NBA Live, not 08, NBA Live 18 and 19. And I also liked with 2K this year is you don't know if you hit the green until it goes into the net. I like that as well. It definitely makes it a lot more realistic. You know, even if you're playing like Park or Pro-Am, when someone hits a green, it's kind of like someone would say green when they offer their shot release. It's kind of like you don't have to, the play's over pretty much. Like I feel like now, with not knowing until it hits the net, you have to continue playing until you know that the shot goes into the basket. Yeah, Vince retiring, I think that was more of a forced retire than anything, we'll say. I don't know all the details of it. Again, everything pro wrestling definitely would have a better idea about that, for sure. But I just know it was something with some girl, some scandal, and that's the gist of what I know. He said 2K should have pushed back. Yeah, I agree for sure. I feel like if they would have pushed back 20 and waited till 21, and we got 2K20, and we got 2K if we got 2K22 and 21, I don't think as many people would have been upset with what 2K22 was. But now it feels like, well, you guys had 2 years, and this is what you came out with. Like, what happened? Because 2K22 is like a real bare bones game. It doesn't really feel like you can do anything in it. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that for sure. A lot of people are saying that because he's not in their ear, telling them what to and what not to say. So I feel like with him, anytime you have someone who had like that much control, it's definitely going to be a turning of the guard. If I'm not mistaken, I felt like my brother was telling me that I feel like he was telling me that it was a lot of the reasons why a lot of people got fired was because of Vince. Like he just wanted to make the decision to fire them. Like, I don't know if every firing was justified. I think it was just like, well, I don't want this guy on the roster anymore.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Cody Rhodes hates the Stardust character. He hated that character.
LA set to take over again on offense.
I think for him coming back to the WWE, I think that was like, I think he put that in his contract for Stardust never to be mentioned while he's while he's there. Obviously, you know, the fans might say something about it, but in terms of like commentary or anybody like that, I'm pretty sure it's in his contract that no one can say anything about Stardust. Oh, here we go. There was some there were oh, right, for sure, that makes sense.
So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers.
If the rounds
yeah, with the chicks and with muscly men, those are his two things. Like, I'm surprised like certain superstars even got as big as they did, like Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, those guys, and seeing that they weren't WWE developed, I feel like both of them were probably hated by probably hated by Vince pretty much. Alright, we're about to try to get this read and lead pass, or this precision passing down, whatever it's called. We'll go up against, like, I don't know, go up against Houston. We're gonna start with it on, no, we're gonna stay on all Madden just so I can have an idea. But I'm getting this read and lead passing down, but like, even if it's the last thing that I do, or this ball, or this placement passing, or whatever you want to call it. Where is this at? Freeform passing. Use a nice distance. Let's see, freeform speed. Out of curiosity, I just want to try some different settings and see how it is. So we're definitely about to figure out this the seam shot, the cover 2 shot. We're about to figure out these two passes. I just need one streak. We'll do this, and we're gonna go against cover 2. Okay, I might want to play against another cover 2. I want him to push him outside rather than inside. But you know, I probably gotta go Tampa 2. I don't know if I hit Tampa 2 or not. Oh, I still don't want it there. I still want the outside more. Let me see if I can. There's got a way to be able to put that outside more than that. That can't be like that can't be it. There's no way. I'll put this back on 7, I guess. Let's try with the other one. What's this one?
Let's see. Now to push.
Right.
For sure. Passing call.
Yeah, the one for Madden. So originally when I saw it, that's what I thought it was gonna be like. I thought it was gonna be like the one that was on Madden 18. I thought it was gonna play similar to that, but yeah, it's like not anything like that. But I don't know how to get the ball to go to the sideline. That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know if it's because it has to be within there's a blue circle here, and I can't like do anything outside that blue circle. But all I'm trying to do is throw it to the outside, but it's not doing it. Let me see. Let me try. I'm about to turn this back off and see if it's. I wonder if it's because of the defense or I just can't make that pass. Yes, like that's what I'm trying to throw it like that. Like to where he's catching it on the outside. I was a little bit late though. I wouldn't want to throw it that late. Like I want to have him to where he's catching it over here, to where the defense can't get to it. So even if the defense is there, they can't. They're not going to be able to intercept it. I have no idea why it's not doing it. So yeah, this is. So I'm gonna have to figure it out. I don't know. All right, so you could. So it's not a situation where the pass can't be made. The pass definitely can be made. We just have to figure out how to do it.
But the
yeah, I don't think they're gonna ever put that in, unfortunately. Like I would think that's more of a again, that's more of a NFL thing. Like I mean, I guess that's kind of like where I want it, but I think that's still too close. Like, nah, that's not right. Is it because it's a bullet pass? Let me see. Let me try to touch pass it. I tried to touch pass that. I think you have to tap for. Let me see. Is it? Let me look at the meter. No, that was a bullet too. Like, I mean, I do like this passing system, but I don't know. It's kind of weird too, because it's like I'm not really sure how to. Okay, that was a lob. Maybe you just have to. So you tap for lob. I feel like when I was pressing it, yeah, I feel like when I press it, it throws a bullet pass. When I'm just trying to, maybe I have to like just do a quick press. No. I'm just trying to get a touch pass.
Let me see. What do you mean, Matt? Late? You mean in terms of the rosters for the preseason weeks?
Because I think now they just do the one preseason week that they in Madden. Like I know in years past, like for example, like when you wanted to start your season, you can start from like any of the preseason weeks. I think you can just start from week 1 preseason, or then the next option would be regular season week 1. I don't think they have like start from preseason week 1, week 2, week 3 anymore.
Just with passing mechanic.
But yeah, it would be cool if Madden had a little bit more customization. But I already know with the NFL that probably is not going to happen, unfortunately. Yeah, that's definitely more of like an NFL thing for sure. Yeah, hold on. Let's check some of the other ones out. What's fire? Let's see what this fire one does. Near, from what I remember, I wasn't a huge fan of near. I feel like all the passes were short. when I tried to use near. Let me see if I throw it like... I'm gonna try to throw it like if I was throwing it with the other thing. Maybe I'm not pushing it far enough. No, it's not that. Wait, 19. Oh, was 19 the year when they added in the I don't know. I thought that was 18. Might have just been the stuff with Devin Wade or whatever it was called. Let's call it Face of the Franchise. Not, I can't remember what that. Long shot. So with 19 was the year they added in the passing stuff. That was I don't know. I thought that was 18. When you say they brought back the passing control from 19 in terms of what? What do you mean? To me, when I first saw the passing, it reminded me a lot of the passing control in Madden 13 in NCAA 13. I felt like in both of those games, you could kind of just like put the ball literally like wherever you wanted to. In terms of like the restrictions that you had. Like obviously there's restrictions that you just couldn't like put it literally anywhere, but like I felt like inside of the restrictions, you can like put the ball wherever you wanted to. So yeah, until I figure out how to throw this to the actual corner and on the outside, I'm for sure gonna continue to use the classic passing system. Even though for some plays and some passes, I definitely like the freeform passing more. And you can make some passes that you couldn't make before. Like one of the main reasons I like the freeform passing is for like, hold on, let me see if I can get it to happen. Just get him to do it. But one of the main reasons is if I like make a mistake throwing the ball, I feel like I can use freeform to like make up for my mistake. Oh, let me see. That was a bad example. I want him to jump up here. I'm gonna switch it. Like if I like read the cover 2 wrong, let's say they would go cover 2 hard instead of like the cover 2 I thought they were gonna go. I can lead the ball behind the receiver and it not having an effect. Oops, that was not what I wanted to do. Why was there 2 guys there? Oh, okay. We'll move him. I just want him to jump right on it. Let's see if he does it. Okay, good. I just want to make sure that he did it. So like with freeform, I feel like you really can't do this without freeform passing. Like if I made the mistake there, I can throw it behind him and at least it's like an incompletion versus like throwing a pick without using freeform. I can like press back. I can throw the ball and press back on the stick. Like I can. Oh, that was the wrong pass. That was the wrong coverage I saw without it having an effect on me. So that's one of the reasons why I do like the freeform passing. Oh, let's get back. Oh, I missed a lot of stuff. What you put 19's probably right. Yeah. I definitely remember the player movement in 19. A lot of people like despise the player movement in 19, especially in comparison to how it was in 18. Like, it was completely different.
So a lot of people was not feeling the player movement at 19. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I remember that. The celebrations and stuff. And I want to say 19 was. I want to say was 19 the last year that they had referees in. I think 19 was the last year they had referees in. I don't know. Hopefully all the updates Madden gets this year was not the way to go for sure. Yeah, I think that was their way of trying to introduce a more realistic movement system, but it didn't. I don't think it came out the way it was supposed to. They made it too complicated, to be honest. Like, I don't know. Even when I first started it, I was like, "Yo, what is this?" Like, it felt like trying to cut with the running back was like not it. Like, you had to like wait for him to like again, like, that's the situation where I get what they were trying to do, but and even kind of in that running stuff, they toned it back to where it's kind of masked a little bit. But even with it's kind of still in the game now. So where if you do a drastic cut, you can hold the R2 button as he is coming out of that cut to accelerate out. Yeah, a lot of people did not like NBA Live. I'm assuming you're talking about 19. You talk about 19 with NBA Live's RPM. But the updates for Madden. Hopefully, yeah, with 23, hopefully all the updates are ones that are like gonna be useful. Like, hopefully they're just not like you know, some like updates that are gonna ruin the game. I hope not. That's my my hope. Hopefully it's not over updated. I hope like every update is for a reason. Like, I felt last year with 22, like that, like it was extremely weird the way they did their updates. Like, there were supposed to be like updates for the franchise that they said at the beginning of the year, but then like they like took so long to like do the updates and stuff in terms of the like adding in the scouting stuff. Like, it didn't come right away, and then it's like, oh well, we're not doing the updates now, but then it was like, oh yeah, we actually are doing the updates. So like, I don't know what happened with 22 and those updates. I feel like that's kind of was one of the reasons that you know, hindered that game a little bit. Like, I felt like and again, I felt like even with 22, like they were done with that game sooner than expected. Like, I felt like they were ready to jump and move in and start working on 23 because they felt like 22 like was a dud. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 19 was a struggling year. Goodness. Let me see. Is there a way to? Oh, is that how you do? Yo, if that's how you do this, I'm gonna be a little bit upset with myself. That is how you do it. Oh, I figured there had to be a button. Okay, I got this now. This is pretty simple. How to do it? I just have to figure out now how to do the passing, the different type of passes. So you have to hold down the L2 or the left trigger. I mean, I guess it could be someone here watching from Xbox or something. You have to hold down the left trigger to put it in different places on the outside and stuff. Okay, now I know that. I gotta figure out how to throw back shoulder fades now. After I do that, I'm gonna be pretty comfortable with throwing the ball with this passing system, with this passing stuff. Okay, we got it now. Yeah, 2-2. Madden 20. I'm trying to remember Madden 20. From what I I think Madden 20 was one of the ones I did think was. Yeah, I thought Madden 20 was okay from what I remember. Yes, Madden 20 wasn't too bad. Yo, hold on. Maybe because it's all Madden. Did he ever turn his head around to look to see? Alright, I was just making sure. I just don't know how he would have been able to break on the ball like that. Kind of broke faster than the receiver. But, yeah, Madden 20, that was probably like, would have been one of the first years where I thought, like, if I didn't get Madden 21, I would have been okay. I wouldn't have minded to keep 24. I wouldn't have minded to keep 20. Until like later in the season, like it got Madden 21 late. Because I ended, because I think Madden 20 was actually the first Madden that I ended up getting late. I didn't get Madden 20 when it first came out. I didn't get Madden 20 when it first came out, and I was playing 19 for a little bit, and I was trying to like figure out how to make that game better. But I ended up waiting until around, it would have been around Christmas. I ended up waiting until around Christmas, and I saw like EA had a sale on other games, and I ended up picking up that, and I picked up hockey as well at the time. So yeah, throwing back shoulders against a computer is gonna feel extremely difficult, at least on all Madden. Maybe because there's so much space. Yeah, Madden, yes. Oh my gosh, don't even get me started on that. Yes, it really did. It really did. I feel like it's always like that. I felt like 21 felt good too. Like I felt like the game was at a good pace. Like I remember like 21, I'm like, yo, 21. I'm talking about the PS4 version of it. I was like 21, cool. When I played the trial version of it, I'm like 21, like this is gonna be a good year, solid, good defense. And then when I ended up getting the actual version and that first patch dropped, the game was like a completely different game. I was like, yo, what is this? But yeah, 20 was solid for sure, because I was really considering keeping 20 and waiting on getting 21 until I played 21, and I was like, oh, it's like 20 but it's better, because at that time, that's when they added in a bunch of new animations in the 21 as well. Like they had the stuff where how do I want to put it, like they had it to where you can like dive for the pylons. Like they added it back in 22, all those animations, all those diving animations, like when you're diving for the first downs. They kind of like they were in 21 and they took them out of 21 and like had it exclusive for next gen, to where they were in the next gen version. But on the trial version of Madden 21, all those animations were in the game, but they just got removed for whatever reason. I don't know why they did it, but they ended up like just removing the those animations. Felt like that was super annoying that they did that. But okay. Oh, okay, that makes sense. All right, got it. I was watching a video and I remember by Coach DC. Shout out to him. He makes for anyone who is looking for some good content. He also is someone who I like to watch. He makes really good Madden content too. Let me see what's his YouTube channel. Coach DC 404. Yeah, he makes a lot of good content. Cause I remember one of his videos when I was still, before 23 came out, he was saying get used to holding down on the your L2 or your left trigger. And at the time I was thinking like, what is he talking about? And he was like navigating the pocket that way because it's going to be critical for 23. And it makes sense now because that's the way to navigate where you want your passes to go. So, yeah. Yeah, it was him and another channel that I ran into that put out good Madden content. Captain Swole TV. Yeah, both of them definitely put out. So Coach DC 404, Captain Swole TV. Captain Swole does franchise videos. If you're looking to watch like a good franchise, and he does a lot of the football talk as well. That's the main reason I subscribe to him. To be honest, a lot of these channels I don't even like understand like how I find them. Like I think that Captain Swole just ended up popping into my mentions one time, and I don't know how. And I was like, let's see what type of videos that he does. And I think he was live the first time that I saw him, or he was just like coming off. And I was like, oh, this guy actually makes good content. Like he actually makes pretty interesting content, like stuff that I'd watch and stuff. And he like breaks down the plays. He does like a lot of franchise stuff. That's why I enjoy watching his videos and stuff. And Coach DC gives you like all the tips and tricks and stuff like that. It's another channel I enjoy watching. You find out a lot of good information on those two channels. I mean, good information on Coach DC's. In Captain Souls too. Thinking about it, like they both put out real good information. Let me see. Total injuries. Double drew. Yeah. They did add in all the running stuff with Lamar Jackson for sure. Alright, we're about to try to jump into one more game, and then I'll be back on in a little bit. 11th, or I might hop off now. I'm not sure. I might hop off now, but I'm definitely gonna be back on in a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna we are gonna wrap up the stream for right now, but I will be back on a little bit later. I'm almost positive, but if not, I'll be on tomorrow. But I should be back on sometime tonight. I just have to do a couple things real quick, and then I should be able to get back on the Madden. I'm not sure if I'm going to play the PS4 version or the PS5 version. Yeah, I'm not really sure yet. Both versions, like I said, I enjoy both of them for sure. I'm just waiting for this update so I can start my franchise. Like I've been playing head-to-head, and that's usually what I do play. But I always tell myself that I want to do a franchise, but I just haven't done one in so many years. That's why I want to do one. Like when I originally started playing Madden back 2003, 2004. Like that's what I played. We played franchise back then. We didn't play like head-to-head and all that stuff. That didn't happen for me until like Madden 08 for the PS3, Xbox 360 days, and we started playing head-to-head and stuff competitively all of that stuff back in those days. But you know, like the way that I viewed online back then and now was like two completely different things. Like I actually thought online was fun back then. It's like still fun now, but online's not the. It doesn't feel the same to me like it did back then. Like it feels like, especially with like Madden and stuff. Like I got a good taste of it yesterday. Like I feel like playing the trial version of it was like it was like it wasn't like how it is playing now. Like literally, I think I've played between the Chargers and the Buccaneers. I've played those teams like so many times, and everyone runs the same offense. Everyone's in like that trip stuff. Everybody blitzes. It's like playing the same game over and over and over. So, you know, maybe like it would be avoided if I played in a league, but I don't really like that obligation either to like like be on by X amount of time. So, you know, it is what it is. To next week or actual kickoff. Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't be in a rush to get it. Especially if you're especially if what was I gonna say? Especially but you've played it though, so you're good. But I would, rock out on 22 for a little bit longer, That's what I would do. If you are gonna wait, rock out on 22 for a little bit longer. And usually week 1 anyway, they have it, or I know in some years they had it to where it'll like be free for that weekend, so you'll still have plenty of time to play 23 anyway, even if you don't get it right away, because you already know, like, between, especially with EA and Madden, they always try to get people to obviously pre-order and buy early. That's why there's like every time you hop onto the game, you see like a promo about it, or like what are those things that come up? Actually, they're not even like where it has like all this stuff in the like promos, right? We're just gonna call them promos. They have like the promos and stuff about it. So yeah, I wouldn't trip. Like between pre-order, between between before the season and that week 1, they know that those are probably gonna be the 2 times when people are gonna buy Madden, and then after that, it won't be until like probably around Christmas time. It'll probably be some more promo stuff that's up there. But yeah, like I said, if you don't get it right away, you're not really missing anything, I don't think. Especially since there's that first patch didn't come out yet. You said how it is. Didn't it? So EA let me look on here. As far as I know, I don't think EA added any more throwing animations, but the base animation for throwing is different. But I think the actual throwing animations, I don't think they didn't add any. Let me see. Where would it be? Is that abilities? Oh no, it's attributes. So, generic. I'm pretty sure all these are all the same as last year. Slinger, 5, 6, 7, 8. Were there 9 slingers last year? Now this is the stuff that I don't understand. Maybe it's just me, but I'm pretty sure Slinger 8 and Slinger 9 are the same thing. Like sometimes hold on, let me look again. No, they're not. They're slightly different, I guess. Yeah, they are. They are a little bit different. feel like all of these are so similar. Maybe it's just like a little glitch thing, is it? This might be a glitch. I don't know. Oh, is it? There's no way that all these animations are exactly the same. Let me go back to 3. Let's go to 5. Why do all of these look the same to me? I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe they are different and I just can't see. Maybe, hold on. Oh yeah, that would be cool to see the camo to the back as well, like how they did with the towels. I would like to see that because some quarterbacks and players definitely do that as well. But yeah, so the base throwing animation is different, but those throwing animations, I don't think there's any new ones in there. Let me double check one more time. We're gonna play. We'll go into practice. I'll play with who would have like a distinct. We'll play Aaron Rodgers because we know he has a distinct throwing animation. No. Who else? We'll play with someone like. We'll play with maybe Russell Wilson. Yeah, let's try Russell Wilson. I'm trying to think of someone whose throwing animation wouldn't be who might not have like their own signature throwing animation, but is still a good. I'm trying to think of someone who wouldn't have their own signature throwing animation, but who would have like the gunslinger. Random play. Oh, he actually does have his own signature throw animation. So let me bring in another quarterback and see these other two quarterbacks. Let's see what their throwing animations are like. Let's try this. All right. Oh, I guess they do. Okay, so maybe those other animations, like those other slinger animations, are they just don't pop up as new animations, but maybe they are new animations. So yeah, there are some new quarterback throwing animations into the game. For sure. How many? I'm not sure, but there are some new animations. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the old gen definitely does have the same joints. I'm actually a little bit surprised. I didn't know that they added. I didn't realize that they added new ones in there. I just kind of thought that, like when I saw Josh Allen's throwing animation, I just kind of thought like it was just like, oh, okay. I just thought it was the same animation as everybody else. And everybody else I threw with wasn't a gunslinger quarterback. So, as far as I know, yeah. Maybe. And Matt Stafford had his same as last year, too. So yeah, there's some new joints in there, which is pretty dope. Yeah, in terms of like anything new, yes, for sure, definitely. This will be definitely the last year for new things in the old gen games for sure. But let's get a whoa.
Let's go now.
Yeah. That's true about 19, yeah. It definitely depends. Some people didn't like that, the hit sticks looking the way that they did, but they felt like they were like too unrealistic. But yeah, they definitely were a lot bigger hits back then for sure. On 19, 22, like whenever they added in they added in the X Factor in 20, like was it Enforcer? I think it was called the Enforcer joint, the one that Bobby Wagner had and a lot of those hard-hitting linebackers had. Like, man, that was one year that I hated playing Seattle. I felt like I had to specifically like get down playing against him or I was gonna fumble. By next year, it's possible for sure. I hope so. I just hope that I just hope in general they just become more available to everybody. That's my hope. Whether PS4 or Xbox, like obviously the Xbox Series S is like you can pretty much like find those everywhere. I feel like I don't think those are difficult to find, but I just don't know if everybody like that's not. I don't know if everybody I don't know if everybody wants those. Like for me, like I said, I could have got a Series S, and I was really considering it until I found my PS5. But I'm kind of happy that I held off and just got the PS5. But yeah, I definitely consider getting the Series S. I mean, and it was a HD console, which worked for me as well since we didn't get our 4K TV yet. So I was just like, I don't have to worry about jumping up to HD right away. Or maybe it is a 4K console, but I thought it wasn't a 4K console, but I didn't have to worry about like having a away. I'd still technically be next gen, so I can like still play like Madden and the new next gen joints. I just it would just have to be on that console. And I thought the console, and that would have been my first console that wasn't disc. It would have been my first discless console, which I wouldn't have minded because I don't really buy the disc now. I just like to have the option, to do so. Like, let's say at one point, like where, like we just can't get to our games on the network anymore. I like to have the option to have disc. This is PS5. I think I might get on the PS4 earlier. I'm sorry. I think I might get on the PS4 later. I'm sorry. Misspoke there. To yeah, for sure. And that's part of the and speaking of like being able to see the plays and stuff, that's part of the reason why I'm not really a huge fan of the momentum stuff, because it's like, I don't know, I feel like it could have the momentum and the game planning stuff, I could have done without that stuff, because the momentum stuff is already in the game. It just didn't have like the what's it called? It didn't have like it was invisible pretty much, and it didn't have like the perks if you raise your momentum. But one of the perks that you can get if it pops up in that game is you can see one of your opponent's routes and stuff like that. And if you know the formation and if you know the formation and you know what route it is, I must be in what's the name? That's the only reason why they keep coming out in that. Random play. But if you know the formation and you know from the route that's being run, you can pretty much like guess what play it is. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like a lot of the PS3 exclusives looked really good on the PS3, but a lot of those exclusive they remastered them and just made them look that much better. Like one of the exclusives on PS3 that I liked was, even though I didn't finish the series, was the Uncharted series. And I remember looking at the graphics for PS3, and I was like, oh yeah, these look real good, you know, for a PS3 game. But then when I saw the remastered version of it, I was like, yeah, they definitely upgraded this. Like, this looks really good. Hold on, dude. Yeah, I feel like this will be the last year where people would buy and not, they wouldn't even buy a new one. They would probably buy a used PS4 or the old gen Xbox. This will probably be the last year that people do that. But honestly, it really kind of depends on what kind of gamer you are too. Like, even though, I mean, I think I think that next year would be the first year that I feel like it would be worth getting a next gen console. But even if you didn't want to get a next gen console, I don't know how much you'd be missing. Maybe outside of the sports games and stuff. Like, I don't know. It really kind of just depends on what you play. Because like I said, if I would have waited until next year to get my next gen console, I would have been completely fine with that. I don't think I would have been missing anything. So let's just... Yes, for sure. Yeah, they could have held that momentum meter in the gameplay and stuff. To me, I'm not a fan of either one of them really. Well, let me be more specific about the gameplay and stuff. It's not that I dislike the gameplay and stuff. It's that I don't like the fact that there's perks and negatives to the game planning stuff. Like, I don't know, I just don't like that. Especially, let me be a little bit more specific. It's not that I dislike it. It's just more like for online play, I'm not a huge fan of it because you don't know who you're playing, so you have to guess. Like in the one online game I played, like who did he use? Did he use the... Dang, who did this guy use now? But in the one online game I last played, like the game plan that I thought the guy was gonna do, throw the ball deep, he didn't throw the ball deep at all. So it's like so annoying to me. Then you have to wait like until halftime to switch the game plan to what the guy was doing. Like I'd rather see the game plan switch. I'd rather you have the option to switch the game plan, even if it was quarter to quarter. Like that would be better than the whole half. Like if you have a game plan of them throwing the ball and they don't throw the ball at all, you're gonna obviously switch your game plan. You're not gonna wait until halftime and be like, oh yeah, you know, we thought they were gonna throw the ball, but they didn't. So you're gonna switch your game plan as soon as you can. So to avoid all that, just don't bring the game plan stuff into the game. I don't know. I'm indifferent about it. Like I said, I could definitely see why. It makes more sense for franchise mode, I'll say. But outside of franchise mode, which they wouldn't just, you know, keep it just for franchise mode, I'm not a huge fan of it. I think it's... Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. Yeah, I'm surprised that PC didn't get the upgrade yet. That's crazy. GT5. Exactly. Outside of the graphics, sure. Outside of the graphics, there's like no difference at all with GTA 5. So yeah, I feel like this would be like the first year. I mean, not this year. Yeah, no, yeah, this year would have been the first year where I was like, okay, I can see the difference between the games. Even with 2K last year, they specifically said that both gens were going to play like super similar. So obviously at some point, you know, with the updated technology, you'll have the ability to do more and stuff like that. So oh, this tight end right here, I actually I know my Madden 22 franchise. He's one of the tight ends that I was able to get off the trade block because they had, for whatever reason, they had like 1 million tight ends on the roster. But I just slipped my mind what I was saying. Sorry, guys. Oh, 2K, yeah. So like 2K22 this year, like there's definitely some upgrades to the game going from PS4 to PS5, but the core gameplay is the same for sure. So, and I feel like this would be the first year where it wouldn't feel like that with all the sports games. So. Right. Like I feel like they try to do too much with the franchise mode with like the connected. Like I think they first in Madden 13, they did like the connected career stuff, and I'm trying to think what was after that. Then I think it was connected franchise where they tried to like connect, like they try to make it to where you can like be a player, like one person can be a player, one person can be a coach, one person can be an owner. Like they tried to do that with the connected franchise stuff, and kind of from there, like it just went downhill from there. Like I always liked the idea of wanting to be the team. Like I understand like why you can like, you know, you have the ability to like, I wish like that, like you had like you can be the team as well. Like I might not want to be anybody but the team. Like even with like when you're the owner, like maybe I don't want to do the pricing and stuff like that. Like maybe I just want to strictly do like play with the team, but I still want to like have the ability to fire my coach as well. Versus it like, okay, so I'm the owner now, so I can have the ability to fire the coach, but then I have to like do the stuff with the pricing and ticketing and stuff. I guess you don't have to do it. I don't know how much of an effect it has whether you do it or not, but just the fact that you like, it feels like just the fact that it feels like as an owner, like you have to do stuff. Like I didn't like that. Like I feel like it should just be like how old franchise was, and you know, you had as much control as you wanted, and you can also, if you wanted to like intervene in other games, you can do that as well without having to be on like the team. It's kind of. I'm thinking about it. I might do the same thing like how I did with Madden. Get them both. I just gotta see what the Odyssey. Well, I'm definitely thinking about it. That's definitely after I saw like how Madden was. I definitely considered doing it for 2K as well. I also play NHL and FIFA too, but I'd probably want to do it for both of those games though, because I don't play them nearly as much as I do Madden and 2K. But But if you have EA Play, like the way you, so that was like the main thing. Like I didn't know if I wanted to spend like $100 on both games. But after I saw like with EA Play and I already had like the discount because I had the game before, I was like, well, with it being $80 plus tax for both of them, like I might as, and like I like the PS3 version, I might as well just get them both. It doesn't, you know, like why not? Especially when the standard version would have been $69, so it's just like a little bit extra money to get the PS4 version for Madden. It was. So I just got to see how everything would look for 2K. How come? Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Not sure at all. But speaking of that, it makes me think back to the old Maddens. I know we were talking about that and the player faces and stuff. When we had the ability to like put different hairstyles on the players and stuff like that. That's one of my biggest issues right now, because I was in the before I decided on getting Madden 23, I was actually gonna create a draft class, create the new draft class in the game, and there's so few faces in the game that it's like, yo, like how am I gonna do this? Because it feels like it's like three people with short dreads, but like they don't look anything like the player that you want it to look like. So now you have to like either go with someone who it doesn't look like at all, or go at the wrong like length of dreads or the wrong hairstyle or whatever. Back then, you can just like, you know, find the face, like switch the size of the face, or you know, make the face look however you want, and you could put whatever hair on them. So again, I would have kind of liked it how, or not liked it, but I would have kind of liked how you can do in Face of the Franchise a little bit, where you have the ability to like change your, like how you want the face to look and stuff like that. That would have been like the most ideal situation for me. I feel like we should have the option to, outside of those faces, we should be able to create our own faces for our created players and stuff, not just in Face of the Franchise. Kind of, yeah. I guess 2K does it too. So the way like 2K does it as well. Like I don't like how it's just like the 30 faces we have to choose from, and that's it. Like that's just not enough faces, especially when you're playing like multiple seasons. You're gonna by the end of year like 3 or 4, you're gonna have so many people with the same faces. It's just like, you know, that's something that's small and you're never gonna see their faces, but you like, you know, like dang, like my starting quarterback and my tight end have the same face. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, but not only putting dreads on Tom Brady, but like let's say you want to have Tom Brady to where he's like back in the day when he used to have the long hair, like when Aaron Rodgers changes his hair, you had the ability to do that. Like it wasn't just like oh, Aaron Rodgers has short hair in the game. Or like the perfect example actually would have been Cam Newton. When Cam Newton went from, you know, having an afro to his dreads, we had to wait like years until they actually got his dreads in the game last year. And by that time, you know, Cam Newton was pretty much washed at that time. Yeah, but we should definitely have the ability. Like I personally, seeing that you barely see the faces anyway. If we had the ability to edit the faces, but they had to like go down on the quality of the faces a little bit, I would prefer that. 'Cause at least like with there's so many players who don't have faces anyway, and they have the same faces as other people, so it doesn't really make sense. That you might as well just give us the ability to just edit the faces and put the faces that we want on. Oh yeah, I remember that, the game face, for if you wanted to like put your face in as a coach. Yep. And they had it for the NBA Live stuff too, so it's definitely something that they can do. It just, I don't know. When it comes to the newer Maddens, they just didn't want to utilize it. But I would have liked to see that and it's like all the creation stuff they took out of the game, like create a team, like for whatever reason. Like again, I understand that it's primarily an offline thing, but those are things that people like and they really enjoyed to see. So. I don't know. Hopefully not. I really hope not. That yeah, Aaron Rodgers and the mullet. Facts. With the NCAA games, because I'm like, that was the main reason why like I was very excited to get a next gen console once I saw that the NCAA football games were coming back. I doubt that the basketball games will ever come back, unfortunately, just because, believe it or not, they didn't really sell. So, I guess it's always possible that they could come back, but that's the main reason. I know, like when people saw that, because I'm in a group on my Facebook, and people were like, "Oh, it's time for NCAA basketball to come back now," and I was thinking, like, yeah, not quite. Like those games really didn't sell back then, as much as you would have thought. It was just more of like it was more of a situation, I feel, where since the game was gone, it's like, oh, there was a college basketball game, like let's play it, and it seemed like it was more popular than what it was. Yeah. I think now with the tattoos in Madden, I'm not sure. I just know with the tattoo stuff, they have to ask the tattoo artist. So that's why even in like some of the basketball games, players will have tattoos in real life, but they won't have them in the game. That's the reason why, because they didn't get the okay from the tattoo artist. Or I don't actually with the NBA, I don't know if it's a likeness thing. I don't know if it's under the NBA likeness, or if they have to ask or do they have to actually ask the tattoo artist. It might be under their likeness to where they don't have to get the licensing stuff. But I know for some of the games, you have to get the licensing from the actual artist, because they have to get paid technically too. NBA Live was running on Ignite. They never made it to the Frostbite engine. Yeah, all of those are all of those were the Ignite. 14 too, and 15. The whole NBA Live series for PS4 was on the Ignite. Yeah, the thing with the Frostbite engine is the main thing it did was I think it did stuff to the graphics, and it helped with the story mode stuff. That was the main thing with the Frostbite. Like it was really designed for games like Battlefield, stuff like that. So like when you shoot the building and stuff in Battlefield, like the rubble would pop off like that. Or I think it does like if you can see the field right now with the like how we're in this one part of the field and you see the where the grass is being pulled up. I'm pretty sure Frostbite is the reason behind that stuff, if I'm not mistaken. The dirt on the jerseys and stuff like that. Let me see if we can find anybody with dirt on the jerseys. It would have probably been somebody on this side if they do have any. Look like he looked pretty clean. Like he's gotten the ball a lot. Yeah, I wonder why they don't have the dirt on the jerseys. But I know I just was looking at the other practice I was in, and they had a bunch of dirt on the jerseys. But I think like the stuff like the dirt on the jerseys as well. I think all of that stuff is frostbite. It's mostly graphics. And for the UFC as well, I know you just mentioned UFC. I think that might be under the UFC licensing too. Nah, if for NCAA, they're gonna put that on the Frostbite engine. I don't think the Ignite engine's a thing anymore, as far as I know. Yeah, for sure. Yep, yep. It's the same thing with so in those situations, which I don't know why Madden doesn't do it. They end up if they can't get the tattoo artist, they have two options. They can create the tattoo themselves, but just change it a little bit. Like with CM Punk, he had like the Pepsi logo on his arm. So instead of having like the Pepsi logo, I think that they ended up reversing it, the logo, so they don't get copyrighted for it. But like that's the thing, it's copyright if they use it without the blessing of the artist. Same thing for YouTube or anything else. If you like use somebody's music and you don't pay and you didn't purchase it, same thing. Like I got a bunch of copyright strikes on. I might get one even on this video, unfortunately. But I got them because of the music in the background. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna probably get it on this video too. But that's why I usually for the PS4 version I did, but I turned the music off in the background. Even if it's playing a little bit, copyright will still pick it up. WWE's like real good for copyright strikes, for sure. Yeah, a lot of people thought 17 was the last really good Madden. Yeah, 17 was one of the ones that people really enjoyed. I remember that. So with the NCAA, the biggest thing with the schools was them being able to get the players played. They didn't. So what the NCAA wanted to do was they wanted to use generic players. How do I put this? I think they wanted to just use the license of the school, if I'm not mistaken. Like they wanted to use generic players that didn't resemble the athletes that are there now at all. And before the NCAA came into the agreement with the NLE stuff, a lot of the schools just weren't having it. I'm pretty sure that like 98% of the schools since the NLE stuff, they like okayed it, but there might still be like one or two schools that would not be in the game. But even if they were in, like, let's say like they were in the game, they would just be, the team would still be in the game. It just wouldn't be like, instead of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, they would be the South Bend Crusaders, or Alabama Crimson Tide would be like the Tuscaloosa Elephants or something like that. Yes, yep. That was when they were really trying to show off the Frostbite stuff in 18. That was the first year of it. Yeah. So in a situation like that, not only would they have to get the licensing of the actual tattoo artist, but I think they'd have to get licensing of DC as well. Right? I think Superman's DC, right? If I'm not mistaken. I want to say he is, yeah. So they'd have to get both of those licensings. You say. Right. Yeah, and even with the movements, have you ever thought anyone's entrances didn't look right or weird? It's just because of the people who did them. That's like one of that for. All right, this is my last point, 'cause I know I said I'm about to get off. So that's one of the downsides of motion capture versus creating the animation yourself. That was if you guys ever played Here Comes the Pain and stuff like that. Like, a lot of those animations look so good because they actually created the animations. But with the motion capture, it's so much faster and it's accurate. But when you're not able to get The Rock to come in and do his entrance or to do his moves, it looks weird when you have somebody else doing them. It doesn't look authentic. Versus if you had like the animation version of it, to where you just create the animation on the computer, yeah, it might look a little bit more accurate, but it would look a lot more accurate, but it would take more time, as well as yeah, those are the two things. It would take more time, and it wouldn't be 100% accurate. So for the guys who were able to come in and actually do their motion captures, it wouldn't be as accurate as if they did it as animation. But to me personally, I've always thought of a quantity over a quality thing, especially not for everything, but in a situation like that, that's where I'd want the quantity better. Like, I'd rather have you guys put in animations, but more of them look like the people doing them, versus having a few people come in and do their motion capture stuff and everything else looks horrible outside of the motion capture that you put into the game. But everybody's different. But yep, that's it for me for right now. Like I said, I should be back on a little bit later. I just had to do a couple things before I get back on. And yep, that's about it. So thank you guys for watching and tuning in. I appreciate it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the video if you guys want, and you're bold enough, share the video. But that's all the time I have for you guys for right now. KC Classic 7 signing out.